milestone thing.
Okay, so killing off Mikey, what were you saying?
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Another episode 9.
Welcome to episode 9. We were talking about the Ninja Turtles killing off Donatello in the newest issue.
I'm Mark.
Steven.
I'm Steven.
Yeah.
Give me stuff. Go.
The reason why I think Michelangelo would have been better to kill off was because one, Leonardo's the leader. You're not going to kill off the leader. Raphael is there he's the muscle, and although
also second, right?
he's second in command,
Yeah.
and Donatello, although he is the one that does the gadgets, you don't need gadgets when you're super ninjas and mutant turtles.
But you do though.
But you don't.
But it works out for them.
And
It's not just that he's like the gadget guy. He's the most
he's the smartest one.
Aside from gadgets, he's the most intelligent.
Yeah, but the reason why I think they should have killed off Michelangelo is because he is the smartest one, and they do need that. And while Michelangelo does offer comedic, Donatello. And the reason why I think that Michelangelo would be better to kill was because it's a dark moment, and you don't want to have a character who will make it less dramatic. I feel like he'll say something that'll make you and it'll kind of distract you from the death. No, it's a serious thing. You're killing off one of your Ninja Turtles. There's 5, but from the 4 Ninja Turtles, you're killing off, a turtle.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really depressing if they killed Michelangelo, though. Like, it's just like you really love that. Even if he's not your favorite turtle, like, it just really hurts you to see him die.
And that's why I wanted him to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was saying, he's the tone setter. Without Mikey, it's just too dark.
It would impact more.
Dude.
It would make more of an impact.
Keep in mind, none of us read the comics.
No,
we're just talking about it because it's news.
And
and because it's like Ninja Turtles, everyone relates to that.
Yeah.
I just feel Michelangelo would have made more of an impact than Donatello.
And it's also important because everyone has a Ninja Turtle that like represents them. Like, there's a whole other thing I've read about that. Like, everybody's at least one of the 4 turtles. It's one of the 4 personalities. Yeah. Leo, you're probably who? You're Mikey?
Maybe.
You're Mikey.
But he's not my favorite. My favorite is
Donatello.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like that's why it's important because they're iconic in that way, that they're very representative of like people.
Yeah.
In that sense.
Your style of being.
You're killing off a whole section of people.
Yeah.
Like in that way.
But, in my opinion, I think Michelangelo would have been darker. A darker way to go. Huh?
Nothing. I have short temper, that's why. So I'm probably Raph.
Probably Raph.
Yeah, you're pretty stubborn too.
You're kind of insensitive, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
ouch. Just kidding.
Leo would have been just the most interesting because he's the leader. I think.
I think seeing Raphael take that leader spot is up, because who else is going?
I think he'd be next.
They kind of touched on that in one of the movies, in the animated movie.
Yeah.
Like Leonardo didn't die, but he like went off to train in Africa or some shit.
He took off, and
Raph was
and
left.
the team split up.
And Raph was like a vigilante in like armor and some shit.
It's fucking cool.
It was
TMNT,
pretty cool.
right?
Yeah, the movie.
Yeah, no.
Mikey was like dressed up at like kids' parties and stuff.
Yeah,
it was sick.
as a turtle.
As Mikey.
But
I'd hire him.
I don't. Raphael can't be the leader. The team will disappear. That's why you can't kill.
We've seen that.
You can't kill Leo. Raphael is, like I said, the muscle.
The team can move on without Raph.
I think so. I think but you expect him to die.
I think he'd probably be the least like.
I think he would be the first one to die. Because he would rush into battle.
Based on fan choice. Like, they put, like, a poll out to have fans vote who to kill.
Because you can continue without Raph.
It'd be the Raph, and then probably Mikey, then Donatello, then Leonardo.
I think Michelangelo would be the last one. Not because people don't know, but because, Mikey's my favorite because he's the funny one.
Yeah, because he's the funny one. I don't know.
He would be the last to die, and then I think Raphael because he's the well-known. He's the most well-known.
About turtles. I had no idea who, like, half the characters in that picture were. that weren't turtles in Splinter. I don't know who any of them were. Well, there was like some chicken purple and like a robot turtle and like another rat.
There's another rat?
There was a white mouse with like a blue mask on.
I have the picture right here.
No idea who it is.
I know there's like a... Okay, I was watching... what's it called? I was watching Power Rangers in Space on Netflix.
Do they fight aliens?
Well,
don't they fight? Don't they?
Yes. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Because there was a mix where like they split... Oh, yeah, I have no fucking idea who they are.
Yeah, right? You see the fucking robot turtle, there's a chicken purple.
Who the fuck's that?
And there's a white rat.
Who's the old white guy? Oh, who's that?
Oh, and the guy on the TV, I forgot about that.
Oh my god.
Like some scientist who is just straight up looking at the turtles.
Alright, well anyways, there's like a... Where 2 TV shows clashed together, and it ended up being, like, during that time, Ninja Turtles had its own TV show. And they split into Power Rangers, and like...
Was there a crossover?
Yeah, it was crossover,
I think I've seen that.
I fucking watched it.
It's possibly one of the greatest, at least top 10 greatest crossovers in TV.
that was epic.
TMNT and Power Rangers.
Like they're just like chilling or whatever, and then like the bad woman in the series comes in and like takes over them, and they're like, the Power Rangers, like they exist, and then like she takes them over, and then like they work for her, and then something happens, and then they're like, oh no, we're doing the wrong thing, blah blah blah, and they and, everything's happy, of course.
Let's go Power Rangers.
Yeah, because at the time I think Power Rangers were obviously the thing for kids.
Yeah.
And Steven.
And well, I mean, the kids were around 12 to 14, and that's when they started watching, teen rated movies. Ninja Turtles came out. They were a pretty big box office hit. Put them together, you can only get success out of that.
Dude.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
The reason I mentioned that though is because there's a girl turtle, and she's kind of like
the blue one,
light blue.
Yeah,
light
like
she was
baby
out
blue.
In the second movie, the third movie.
No, I think she was.
She came out in one of the live action movies.
I don't remember that.
I think it was Turtles in Time.
Probably the third one.
That's probably the third one. Yeah,
because after that there was a TV show.
The second one, right?
Yeah, that's the best one.
Then she came out in the third one, and I remember the third one being
I don't remember that one that much
because it was garbage. Nobody watched it.
I don't watch. Yeah. It's safe to say though, looking at the picture, you see Raphael. He's like super fucking angry, and
he's ready to murder somebody.
Yeah, and you see here, Leo is kind of just
in shock,
somber.
Yeah, and then Michelangelo's fucking falling apart.
He's crying.
Of course.
Yeah, because he is the youngest.
Because he's the emotional and he's the youngest.
Damn.
So yeah.
That's painful.
So on a lighter note,
Lego Jurassic Park.
Got a
trailer.
Yeah.
Which you haven't seen yet. We probably should have watched it before we started recording. Should I just stop recording and show you the trailer?
No.
You can pause it.
Yeah,
pause
ready,
it.
set, and we're back.
So, what do you think? Have you seen the trailer before?
Yeah, I saw it already. I guess I didn't remember.
Yeah.
I didn't.
So, well, yeah. What do you think?
Well, I was saying the whole video. I think it looks beautiful. The lighting on it. I was kidding about the whole next gen thing, but it does look like it really does belong on the next gen systems.
Just based off the trailer.
Yeah, just based off the trailer. It sounds nice. It looks nice. It looks funny, as most Lego games usually are.
Yeah, it looks like you would expect from a Lego game.
I'm super fucking stoked for it.
Because Jurassic Park.
Because it's Jurassic Park. I still want to play the Telltale games for Jurassic Park. I know you told me it sucks.
I think those are on. They're doing a flash sale right now. I think those are like under $1.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
On PS3?
On PS3, yeah.
I think I'm going to buy that.
Should probably do it soon.
Yeah.
He's probably not gonna buy that.
No, I'm totally gonna buy that. I totally am.
I think. I don't know. Quote me on that though.
Okay. Steven, what do you think about it?
Well, it's a Lego game.
And that's all that needs to be said.
I started playing Lego games when they like the first was it episodes? Yeah, the first Star Wars game came out. The first Lego.
Episodes 1 through 3.
I remember I reserved that at a GameStop. That was like my very first reservation of a game ever, and I didn't know what the fuck I was getting myself into. And I remember picking it up, taking it home, playing with my cousin, and it was just so much fucking fun. And I remember like collecting all the studs. Yeah. And then from that point on, like all these other Lego games came out. And then from Lego Batman 2, when they started talking, that just blew my mind.
Did that start in 2?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I remember that specifically. I was like, they're gonna talk. They have dialogue now. That's when what's his face?
Wait, did they?
The very famous voice actor you like,
Troy Baker.
Yeah, that's when he did the Joker.
Oh, that was his first time doing the Joker.
I think he did Joker and the Batman.
I'm pretty sure he did Two-Face.
He did a lot of voices.
I'm sure he did.
Touching on the Joker,
that makes sense.
They kind of. Well, I just saw the pictures of Jared Leto with his neon green hair.
Yeah.
He looks fucking sick. He shaved off his eyebrows.
I saw that much. Okay, so is he in full makeup or just the hair?
No, he just shaved his eyebrows and he has
he has green
hair. He has like that fucking hipster haircut where he shaves the sides and it's just
like the undercut.
And it's just combed.
So he's going for more of a Arkham Origins kind of looking.
Let's see if I had the picture. It was like a comic version of him. He looked.
Oh, New 52 Joker looks kind of like that right now, doesn't he? With like the undercut, like this is all shaved and just green.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's cool.
Yeah, he looks super sick.
Jared Leto would be playing that Joker.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, the psychopath with the ripped face.
Oh, is he gonna do the rip face thing?
I hope he's not gonna do the rip
face.
No,
I don't like that Joker.
No. I don't like that either. But
I think it's badass, but I don't
it's
think
awesome. But I don't like the way he looks.
They fixed him in one of the comics.
Yeah, no, he's back to normal.
Yeah, he's back to normal
somehow.
But
because comic books.
Yeah.
Because comic books.
They felt it was too much for it, I guess.
Thank you, DC.
I mean, it makes perfect sense. It's fucking hardcore, and Joker would be the one to do that.
But he looks. I mean, he looks legit without the eyebrows and everything. He looks exactly like the Joker would.
So they're probably gonna like paint on his eyebrows.
Yeah.
Just give him really high eyebrows.
Or none at all.
Green chola eyebrows.
Green chola eyebrows.
Green Sharpie eyebrows.
Yeah.
He's gonna say essay after every sentence.
Yeah, we got off there a little bit. Back to Lego.
Lego Batman. That's how we.
Yeah, that's where we got off.
So you're saying you played from Lego Batman 2 on?
Yeah. Well, no, he's played since before.
Since before, but
I haven't really played a lot of them. Like I skipped a lot of them.
The ones that I wanted to play were the Indiana Jones. I never got to play those.
I played it when they released the first one. When it was just, I think it was. I don't remember. They re-released that, so it had all the movies. Yeah. I played the first version of that before they did that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've been wanting to play it, but they're still kind of expensive. It's still like in the $20 mark. I mean, it's not expensive, but
it's like after so many years of them being out.
Yeah, you expect it to go lower.
Honestly, Indiana Jones, I think, is the weakest.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I played that too.
I played Lego Marvel.
Marvel's great.
Yeah, that's
the DC.
I'm
Lego
so
Batman.
glad that's getting a sequel.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's true.
That was announced.
Oh yeah,
announced with Jurassic Park.
That's true.
This got a trailer though.
I played Lego Marvel 1 and 2. I played Harry Potter. I played the Star Wars 1 to 3.
That's the one.
I have
and 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, I got the complete trilogy for Star Wars, or the complete saga for Star Wars.
On the GameCube.
Nah, I have the Star Wars. I have Lego Batman, Lego Batman 2, Marvel, and then I think I skipped everything else.
You should really play the Lego Batman
skipped
ones.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, I played Lego Batman. I played Lego Batman 2.
That's the best one.
Yeah, I want to play 3. 3 was fun. The demo was fun.
3 looks fucking sick.
I like that Flash is way fucking faster. Because in 2 he was like pretty fast, like in the open world,
just running around.
But like when you played with him in the level, he wasn't like that much faster.
Just slightly faster.
He was slightly faster, but in story mode, he's like actually fucking.
You
fast.
can see like a little shade of him.
Yeah, you see a bunch of little like flashes coming behind him.
Speaking of Flash. The last. What are you guys looking at me for?
Well, I don't know. I figured like you kind of just jumped right into it. You haven't been like watching consistently. So so I want to hear from your perspective. What do you think of this week's episode?
Well, you guys told me to catch up. I watched the last episode, and the first like minute it shows you like the flashbacks.
Yeah.
Of like I seriously did not miss a thing. I watched episode 1 through 4, and then I think you guys mentioned that. Because we spoke about it before anything even happened around the beginning of the season. Yeah. And we kind of just, Dr. Wells is spoilers.
Yeah, way back when we were like, he's totally the Reverse Flash.
Yeah. And, so after then I kind of just stopped watching. And, you guys mentioned that he was going to come out as Reverse Flash. And so, of course, I had to watch it. Mm-hmm. I think it was like episode 8 or 9. I haven't missed a thing. I felt completely...
like you'd miss nothing.
I didn't miss a thing. I think they were all just filler episodes to me.
Honestly, like not after he said that and said he felt like he didn't miss anything, they kind of were all filler. Weren't they?
A lot of them were filler.
I think the only thing I missed was
certain villains
that were kind of like unimportant. The weather villains. The brother came in. What's his name? Weather Wizard.
Yeah. He
came back, and his brother happened in like the first episode.
His brother, the newest Weather Wizard, he's the actual Weather Wizard. The Clyde Martin, the one from the first episode, wasn't officially the Wizard.
And then I saw what's his name?
Captain Cold.
Captain Cold. I saw that episode too.
And what's the other guy's name? Something Heat something.
Oh, Heatwave.
Heatwave. I think.
I didn't see that one.
No, well, they're together in a couple of episodes.
I saw the one where they're stealing a bank. I think it's like his first episode of Captain Cold.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
When he steals a gun. Anyway,
and Cisco scares him off.
So Reverse Flash, Dr. Wells finally reveals to Cisco.
Dude, that blew my mind because I'm like, finally, like, God.
An emotional fucking part of the episode.
No, what freaked me out too was like, okay, when I forgot her name, but they're having like coffee together, and like she goes like, Caitlin takes the coffee, like, okay, we're gonna go take out, and then she turns around and he's out of his wheelchair, and she's just like
missing.
Fuck, and so I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna happen, and then like he basically tells like every villain does his whole plot.
I have a
and
plot,
everything
something there. Why doesn't he just create a shadow version of himself?
What do you mean?
A mirage.
To stay with
the wheelchair, yeah.
I'd imagine it's because Star Labs is so much farther from the coffee shop.
Yeah,
that's what I thought, but
because even in both situations, like when he showed Cisco the speed mirage, he was right next to him, and when when Reverse Flash was trapped in the thing and was fighting Dr. Wells, like they were both in the same room again. That's the exact same room. So I imagine it's a distance thing.
Yeah,
could be.
Because
why didn't he take his wheelchair with him?
Because he was abandoning. He straight up told Cisco he was abandoning his secret identity. I imagine he's just like, I'm done with it now.
And imagine running with that thing. God damn.
Well, at least take it out of the fucking shop.
Yeah, just go around the corner and then go.
Because obviously it's gonna break as soon as you fucking.
Either way, he knew that they were onto him, so he didn't care that there was evidence behind anymore.
Well, I mean, Caitlin didn't know yet,
but she was onto him.
She was onto him, but she didn't know.
Wait, hold on. But still, like, even if he did move his wheelchair without that, I mean, you could still catch him. Like, if he was like, oh, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. So I think it was a better fact or like visual thing to see of him. Not missing in a yeah, that'd be way more powerful than him. Like, now, he's completely gone.
He is, he says he's stuck there.
Yeah.
Do you think he knows that the Flash was going to, break the time barrier?
Yeah, I think he did.
But then,
then. He knows that Flash is that fast.
Well, he's capable. Yeah, he knew that.
He's capable of that. I don't think he knew that he was going to do it that day.
Okay, so.
Because that's what he's been building it up for.
Well, I mean, he did mention to him that he saw something, like himself.
Yeah.
And you don't think that maybe he was like, okay, maybe it's about to happen?
He was like, that's interesting. I don't think he knew exactly.
He said it was like a reflection, right?
He said it was probably a speed reflection or a speed mirage. I mean, I think he was like, okay,
I'm pretty sure
he's probably getting faster. In fact, he's probably almost fast enough now. I don't know if he knows he's fast enough now, though.
Okay.
Or that he knew it was going to be that day. Because that future version of Barry that he saw running next to him, that could have been from any point forward.
Yeah.
That didn't have, that could have been from any time.
Just the way he died was fucking cool.
Cisco?
Yeah. I just thought, like,
he's the only character I really feel sorry for.
And I wasn't expecting, going to Cisco, I wasn't expecting Barry to be able to travel through time this episode. Mm-hmm. So, like, I was like, up until that point, I was like, fuck, Cisco's dead, like, for at least a while. But then by the end of the episode, you see Barry go back in time, and you're like, okay, Cisco's going to be okay. Because
just not in Barry's original timeline.
I have one thing. The Flash has been getting a lot of good reviews. It's being like, it's good. It's claimed. I feel like what's his name? Grant Gustin. I feel like he's like too confident on his acting that he's like. I feel like he was like he didn't. I don't know. I didn't like his acting this episode.
Really?
I didn't like it.
What's wrong with it?
I don't know. I felt too stiff. Too kind of like I'm not gonna get replaced. And now, I guess now that he knows that the Flash for the movie got casted, he's just like,
fuck it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How do you tell that?
I don't know. His face was just like, I mean, the way he was acting, it's not the same as when he first started. Obviously, you're more excited when you first start, but, it just felt like that. I don't know.
Steven, you're an actor. What do you think?
Because to be honest, I haven't really caught up. Like, when I saw that episode, I'm same with Esteban.
Oh, you just kind of jumped in.
Yeah. That's why... Throughout those other past weeks before that, I never mentioned that ending.
Like that's true. You haven't been doing that.
And so when I did it this time, I'm like, fuck. I think the last time I did it, it was when Grodd
pulled the general.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god.
Wait. What's the general's name? Do you remember?
I forgot his name.
His name is DC General.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened with Grodd? What?
Grodd is in the show, dude.
Well, obviously, it's a Flash. I saw his cage. We talked about it.
You saw his cage in the very first episode.
And it was broken open.
Oh, wait, you haven't... Oh, my God.
Yeah, dude. Okay, there's been two, end of the episode things.
So it's like Easter eggs.
Kind of. Okay. At the end of the episode, Grodd's shown up twice. There's once... there's these guys working in the sewer, and they see a bunch of, carvings on the wall, and they all say Grodd. And then you hear grumbling at the end of the sewer. It's all dark, and they're trying to run towards the ladder, and they get pulled in.
Yeah.
You don't see him then.
But you know it's him.
The first time you see Harrison Wells in the Reverse Flash suit at the end of the episode, he pulled General... I know it's not Ross, because that's Hulk's General.
Yeah.
General something or other. He pulls him into the sewer, and he's like, oh, you're never going to hurt Barry, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, what the hell is that? Oh, my God. And then you hear, not God, Grodd. And then it fucking gets pulled. Dude. You see a fucking gorilla silhouette.
Boom, nice. Boom, boom. And he just...
So that's really what I've been looking forward to. That's the only thing that's going to attract me to watch the show.
Yeah.
Obviously, this got me to watch it because it's Reverse Flash.
He was in during the last 2 weeks, the 2 week hiatus. They released another sizzle reel to get people hyped for the next set of episodes. Yeah. Grodd is in that one, straight up.
Is he fully shown
talking?
You hear him talking?
You hear him talking, yeah.
Okay. I heard it was gonna be CGI.
He is CGI.
Yeah. And I heard that some parts weren't gonna be CGI.
I'd imagine parts he's not talking or just walking around, or probably maybe a trained gorilla. I don't know.
I was reading an article
or puppetry or something.
I was reading an article of of Gustin, he was talking about it, how he hasn't been fully seen, but that he's been doing such a good job, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
Mm-hmm. Back to
because Gorilla Grodd's my obviously gorillas are my favorite animals, but Gorilla Grodd, he's one of my favorite villains.
And he has to have this helmet thing, right, where he like absorbs your thoughts, or I forgot what it is.
That mind control.
Well, I mean, if he's in the sewers, then I'm assuming that's what he's building, right?
I hope so.
I just know he's hanging out in the sewers. We know nothing else other than his name is Grodd.
Jerking it in the sewers,
basically. But back to like the actors for Flash. I think if you get a job in acting in general, I think you're in. Like it's something like if Robert Downey Jr. got cast as Iron Man. He got the role. He's perfect for the role. He's Iron Man even outside as a normal person because it helps him with his blah blah blah. But that kind of confidence doesn't hurt an actor. I think it makes him better. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't think he's very cocky about it. I haven't seen any interviews with the actor from Flash.
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, he doesn't. I'm assuming he's not very caucus about his. Like, I'm Flash. Oh yeah, have you seen my?
He's not Robert Downey Jr.
I don't. He's not that stage
I don't know how to tell yet. I don't even know if that's even possible to tell just by acting that he's that confident and knows that I'm the Flash because this is my show.
The reason why I said that is because I'm an avid movie watcher. I've been watching movies for a long time.
Was there a particular scene he did that made you think he's being stiff and lame?
I don't know. I couldn't think of one, but most of the ones that I was talking about that I can think of are like the ones where he's with his new girlfriend.
Yeah, she's cute, by the way.
Yeah, she's pretty cute.
Oh yeah.
And with Iris at the same time.
Well, because he's
he kissed Iris and she knows too.
Because he's uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, but I didn't see it that way.
I don't know, man.
I don't know how to explain it, but I just feel that
I think Grant Gustin's great. I like him. I think it's because, he didn't have to go the Peter Parker route. The charming, likable, down on his luck guy. But that's the way he's portraying the character.
Yeah.
And that kind of resonates with me because, for obvious reasons, I really like Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and I like him a lot. I think that makes the character.
But you also like the actor on his own.
More likable, and I think that him portraying the character in that way is good. I like it. I've never found him to be stiff or unlikable.
I don't know. That's the only episode I think.
That's true. You also haven't been watching the show. I just found
out.
I'm
the first 4 episodes.
I'm the only one who's been keeping up. Apparently.
Yeah, I think Xbox. I was telling you this though, on that Xbox has 2 months free. If you have Xbox Live, 2 months free.
We're not being paid for this.
And no, we are not.
Well, Hulu Plus.
Yeah.
Hulu Plus only has episode, I think this week 9 through 15 now. They don't have the whole season.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's where I need to catch up anyways.
Yeah. So if you're gonna do that, do it now.
Yeah.
Because they're deleting them one at a time.
Yeah, I know.
As the new ones come out. They do the same thing with Gotham, which apparently nobody else is watching, and Arrow, which nobody else is watching.
Oh, this is something we didn't mention, but did you guys see iZombie?
I did. I watched iZombie.
I watched it too.
I saw the previews of it.
I was on and off
watching it. I was a little stoked to watch it.
Okay. Good. I didn't think we were going to talk about this. But
no, because I thought about Flash, and that came right after Flash. And
the only thing that I'm kind of worried, I haven't seen it, but you guys can probably give me insight. Quality-wise, in both the script, I guess, and the acting.
Top notch.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It was very good. I mean, it's
very comic.
Going into it.
Yeah, it's very comic-y, right?
Yeah. Going into it, I didn't have high hopes just because it's the CW. They're gonna fuck up, they've gotten lucky with Arrow and Flash.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna do so great with another one especially one that's not a superhero. But I mean, this one,
it is zombies.
Honestly, this one has the potential to be better than both of them, just based on the fact that it doesn't have as big a following, as far as I know, as the Green Arrow and the Flash.
I think it'll bring a bigger fan base because I liked it.
I liked it a lot.
I had no idea what it was.
It has. It is. I feel like it's gonna have more wiggle room with the source material. People aren't gonna be as oh, she didn't do that in the comics because nobody cares.
Yeah,
not like if
like Arrow doing something.
Yeah,
because it's more.
I'm starting to have issues with Arrow. Arrow is starting to slip for me a little bit.
Wait, why? I think you said that last time, but I don't know why.
You said it was becoming too Batman-y, right? Or he's trying to be.
It's
Batman.
A number of reasons. One of them is the CW's fault. They're mucking it up with love triangles and drama and blah 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 blah.
Oh.
That's expected.
So they're trying to appeal to the kind of the female.
They appeal to the girls, and they've been doing that since season 1.
Well, yeah,
that's
with
not
the whole
surprising.
muscle thing and all
That's
that.
not surprising. Yeah.
At least not the fangirls. The actual.
I don't know how cut up you are, but they're very much trying to push him as Batman. Like, he is basically Batman.
Well, he is basically Batman.
But I mean,
in fact, he's even darker than Batman because his psychic actually fucking gets involved with the street. They're in the streets.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, like, I don't know, man. They're pushing him as Batman in more ways than just being a vigilante on the streets.
Got it.
I mean, you're aware of which particular group of bad guys are involved this season, right?
Are you caught up with Arrow?
I haven't
at all. Not at all.
Think maybe
I'm not.
Episodes.
God damn it!
I still need to finish Friends.
You can go ahead and then, I mean, I don't know if you're okay with him telling you what.
I mean,
you guys didn't talk about it.
Okay.
I can give you vague spoilers. Is that okay?
Sure,
I'm not going to be like, this person dies.
I mean, as long as you don't, if it's like something you build up to, then I don't want to know.
No, I mean, this group has been around since last season.
Suicide Squad?
Not Suicide Squad. Well, they're coming back soon.
Okay.
But
the
League of Assassins.
Season
is in this season.
League of Assassins
in the very big way. Yeah.
Wait,
it was what's his name? Ra's al Ghul, right?
They're in this season in a very big way.
I've seen commercials about them. Yeah.
They're like a main plot point right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, when you think of Batman, the League of Assassins, and Ra's al Ghul, I mean, what's the thing that comes to mind?
Well, in this new origin with Green Arrow, he was trained by the League of Assassins too.
No, yeah, but I mean, there's a very specific thing between Ra's al Ghul. There's a specific relationship that Ra's al Ghul and Batman have.
That's his father-in-law.
Not just that, but I mean, Ra's has always wanted Bruce to take over as the League of Assassins. And
that's true. Yeah.
There's kind of a thing going on with Arrow right now.
No.
Well, if you don't have if you can't get Batman, then you might as well get second place.
But they could have Batman.
He doesn't want to, though.
No, but I mean, WB, like CW, like they could have Batman. They could just do a Batman show. But they're trying to push Arrow as Bruce Wayne, Batman.
Well, they know that if they okay. The thing with that is,
and like,
if you make a Batman show, the expectations will always be too fucking high.
Well, fuck them. Just make your Batman show good, and you don't have to worry about.
But it'll never be good enough.
No, that doesn't matter. Though.
It'll never be good enough.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It doesn't.
Ratings and money wise, it does matter.
You sound like Gabe Newell right now. Saying Half-Life 3 is never going to be good enough.
It will
just
never
give us Half-Life 3.
just
do it.
It'll never be.
We'll still love you.
Yeah, but
they gave us Diablo 3 after so many years. They can do that.
Don't compare Diablo to Half-Life.
I know.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Like, Batman, it's like, okay, Green Arrow, he's being Batman. And you're like, fuck it, I'll take it.
I guess. I don't know, man. I don't like that Oliver Queen. And I know almost next to nothing about the Green Arrow. Like, I've never read any of the comics. I've only seen him a little bit in various movies.
Great. I mean, other than his attitude sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to. Like, from what I've seen in every iteration that I've actually seen, like, he's not the way he is in the show. He's more charismatic. He's a little more cocky. He's not Batman.
Not Batman.
He's more fun than Batman.
Well, in some issues.
Yeah, I mean, I've only seen him in...
When he's in the Justice League, he feels like he doesn't belong there, so that's why he's more comedic. So I'm guessing the ones you've seen is like the movies of the show?
I've seen him in the show, and I saw him in... Did you ever see Superman and Shazam? It was like a bunch of shorts. There's one with him and Black Canary and Merlin.
And he's like
super cocky and like funny. And,
there he's fucking flirting with a girl.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. Even in the show, he's got 3 or 4 girls like pining after him, and he's not flirty at all. He's very dark and ominous.
He's pretty flirty with what's her name?
He's not.
What's her name?
I wouldn't call him flirty. He's not flirty.
What chick's name?
Felicity.
Felicity. He's pretty flirty with her.
No, he just looks in her eyes really deeply.
That's fucking flirty.
And like, we can't be together. And that's not flirty.
And that wants her more.
That's a guy with like a dark, mysterious.
Yeah, that's a dark, mysterious guy, not a charming, flirty guy.
Yeah.
Ray Palmer is a charming guy.
Who's Ray Palmer?
Fuck, you guys aren't caught up. God damn it.
Oh wait, Ray Palmer's the Atom.
The Atom, yeah.
The Atom.
He's charming as fuck.
Well, he's Superman, so.
Yeah, but I mean, like, as Ray Palmer, he's fucking charming.
He has more of a charismatic...
He's very charismatic.
Yeah, he has a charismatic face.
Yeah, but I mean, like... And I mean, I feel like the reason they're going for this, like, dark, serious guy as Oliver Queen is because the actor isn't great. That's what he can do, so that's what they're going to use.
That's what he's good for.
Yeah. Because, I mean, they started this off as, like, it's a superhero show, so we got the nerds, but we got to appeal to more people, so let's get a hot guy. And, his acting can be so-so. Yeah. Does he have abs?
He's a pretty good actor.
He's okay.
For a TV show, I think he's okay.
Yeah.
He's good.
Okay, a TV show's fair.
But I mean, just compare him to Grant Gustin, though, who can actually, like, pull off a personality.
All you have to do is be charming.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody can do that.
He can't?
You can! Jesus, you can be the Flash if you want to.
America's sweetheart.
Yeah, America's sweetheart over here. But I mean, like, I'm not an actor.
Anybody who's nice could have been fucking Grant Gustin. Just don't look at the camera and you can do it.
Just be a voice actor?
My main point is that I don't like that Arrow is trying to be Batman. There's a place for Batman, and that's in Gotham as, you know, the Batman.
Well, maybe they'll flash forward. Maybe that'll be an
Oliver
episode.
Queen will be the new Batman. It's fine.
Maybe they'll do a flash forward episode where they'll see Gotham in its, you know, futuristic way. Maybe a storyteller, a fucking fortune teller will be like, hey, look, this is what happens if you don't... Yeah.
I don't know. I just, because...
Also, that would be a good fucking thing, though. Like, a fortune teller telling you this is what Gotham's gonna look like in the future if you don't fucking take care of it now.
Like a Twilight thing?
Yeah.
You touch them and then, boom, see the future?
Terry McGinnis. I'm down for Batman Beyond show.
Oh my god!
I'm down for more Batman Beyond.
Oh, they could do that instead! Okay, honestly, but anyways...
Yeah.
Yeah, huh? Yes. Oh, I would love to see that.
He had good villains, even if he himself wasn't a great Batman.
Yeah.
Batman Terry McGinnis is
they'd have to get like an Asian American mixed guy. That'd be perfect.
I could be Terry McGinnis.
Dude, yes, you can.
You can totally be Terry McGinnis.
Yeah, it's fine.
You know what I want to see? I want to see a Static Shock live action.
That'd be funny.
That'd be cool.
That'd be funny.
Honestly, he could probably springboard off of like Flash.
He could totally do that. Yeah.
What's his face? The guy, the Shocker from Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
What's his face? The actor's name.
Jamie Foxx?
Jamie Foxx. That's Shock.
Static Shock. No, I want to get, what's his name? The one that you guys want on Spider-Man.
Dylan O'Brien?
No, the black dude.
The Donald Glover?
Yeah, he should be fucking Static. He'd be fucking
sick as Static.
Okay.
He can do it.
That's fair,
yeah. So dope as Static.
You know what? You know who else I wouldn't mind seeing? Like, I know he's not, like, super pretty, but, like, Noah from The Walking Dead is a great actor.
Yeah,
he's a great actor.
Everybody hates Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he is a good actor.
He's a great actor.
Yeah, he is a good actor.
He's likable.
He is likable.
And he's so hot right now.
And he's famous. He's popular. He's really,
yeah.
Oh, well, no,
not hot. Like, he's big right now.
Like, he's on fire right now.
I'm doing Zoolander.
Oh, okay. I was like, man, they gave him a sex appeal.
No, but yeah.
Doing the Zoolander thing.
I like Glover more as...
Nah,
I see him... Every time I see him, I think of Everybody Hates Chris. That's why I just can't get that.
That's true.
I never watched Everybody Hates Chris, so I see him as Noah from The Walking Dead.
Well, you never seen that?
I've seen an episode of Everybody Hates Chris.
Wow, I remember watching that like every day after school.
Yeah.
And it's funny to know since we were talking about The Walking Dead. What's his friend? The kid, the white dude.
Carl.
No. In the Everybody Hates Chris show.
Oh, I don't know.
What's his name?
Oh man, I know who you're talking about though.
His best friend, the little white dude, the only white kid in school.
Dude,
whatever.
He doesn't know.
Oh wait, no, he was only black kid in school. Yeah, whatever. His best friend is white.
Yeah, that next time.
His friend was also in the season 2 or 3 of Walking Dead.
Really?
He was the one that started the epidemic in the jail.
Oh, the one with the glasses?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, no, was it the one with the glasses?
Yeah.
He had glasses?
He got sick, yeah. The one that died in the shower, right?
Yeah, the one that died in the shower.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he was the one that started he was in the show.
Yeah. Cool.
So they've had 2 of Everybody Hates Chris, yeah.
Oh man, that was funny.
He was like, it sucks they weren't on screen together because they met Noah like way later.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Speaking of zombies and walkers,
iZombie.
Yes, I wanted to talk about that. You guys went on about like
sorry, because Batman is not.
Yeah.
Because
Flash is Arrow is not Batman.
Okay.
iZombie, you're saying. What do you think?
I had a friend in class and he was telling me like. He's like, "Are you gonna watch iZombie?" Because he was like so stoked for it because he reads a bunch of different comics, and I'm like, sure, I'll watch it. But he was annoying about it, and so I told him I was like, all right, I'll watch it tonight and I'll see if I like it. And then I watched it, or it just happened to be after Flash, and I was doing homework, so I was watching it on and off. And so I don't know if you know what happens. It's basically
she dies and comes back, right? And
she is a zombie.
Yeah,
she's as a zombie, but like. Not your typical zombie, like what we want, like a dead,
She's not like a
flesh-eating
zombie. It's like that
zombie.
warm zombie.
She's not
right?
It's like warm bodies. Yeah,
warm bodies.
Kind of. Only.
But she's not stupid.
She can actually speak and blend in.
And she just and like compared to like her friends, like they notice that there's something really different about her. And I guess that'll progress throughout the story. But she's also able to. I mean, she wants to eat brains. She
sees the future or something, right?
Yeah, she eats a person's.
When
she works at a
brains.
It's
like warm bodies.
Oh, she sees visions.
It's like warm bodies where she eats brains and she gets visions and dreams from that person.
And it's like basically CSI, but with that kind of ability.
Yeah.
It's CSI. Around
I saw
that
like a preview
which
where
is cool.
She's on top of the car or something like that, or she's driving, and then she gets up and she says, "It's the wonder you solved crimes before me."
Yeah,
or something like that.
exactly.
I don't know. It seems really cheesy to me. That's the only reason I didn't watch it.
And that's why I went into it with low expectations because of the CW, they released kind of a shitty
shit.
Yeah, preview.
Shitty shit.
They made it seem like it's gonna be your standard CW.
The only reason the superhero shows are good is because they wouldn't allow them to be shitty.
No, and like it's actually really good.
Is it cheesy?
No,
it's not.
It was just it was really well written. It was funny. I mean, all the characters are likable.
It was well directed too. Like
yeah, and that's another thing. Do you guys ever watch Veronica Mars?
No. I heard it was relatable, right?
I've heard well because it's the same director.
Yeah, no, but it was like similar to each other. Like,
similar because it's a strong female lead. I've never watched Veronica Mars. I've heard nothing but good things about it.
I've heard really good things about it.
I'm an asshole for not watching it by now.
Same here.
Yeah. So and then I found out afterward that they're the same director. So I was like, okay, it makes sense that the guy who did another good piece of work is making a good piece of work again.
Yeah.
With a strong female lead. She's a cutie, by the way.
She is.
Dude.
What was she in again?
I don't think I've ever seen her.
She's been in something else. I can't remember what it was.
I think it's a porn video I watched like 2 years ago. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I mean,
she's like kind of like the side characters in movies.
Is she?
I think so.
I just know she's cute, and like, dude, honestly, like when you get a chance, watch it. It's really good.
I'll try to start watching it right now when it's still like in the first couple episodes.
Yeah, dude, catch up. Like, don't fall behind.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, they're all really likable. It's really well written. It's interesting. I like it. And jumps right into it too. She was like, I was on a boat at a party and fucking zombies broke out, dude.
Wait,
sucks.
So then there's multiple zombies.
As of right now, she's the only zombie
that we know of.
So how did she become a zombie?
Well, I mean, she got bitten by a zombie.
She wakes up from a body bag.
Yeah, she wakes up in a body bag. And the only reason that she's not like caught and detained is because the guy who zipped her up didn't want to get in trouble for like zipping up a live person.
Huh.
So he was just like, let her go.
Yeah, I have to watch this.
It's pretty good.
Speaking of good things and superheroes, the new Avengers featurette dropped.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Although I feel like we're getting dangerously close to the movie to the point where like they're just going to keep showing more and more in these promos.
No,
we can't show
this one was almost too much.
Yeah,
it was on the verge of being too much.
Even
shown.
60 seconds or 1 minute.
It was like a minute and something. No, because the last 20 seconds were like, get your tickets, finagle, da.
Yeah.
We got to see a lot of new things.
I don't want to see anything else.
For being like essentially just a 30-second TV spot, there was a lot in there, a lot of new stuff.
It was technically a Super Bowl commercial.
It really was.
It was
with like a third of the time.
Yeah.
We see the Avengers Tower in full.
Yes.
We see the Quinjet. Mm-hmm. We see that money shot in the last trailer where they're all on the screen like jumping.
You see them jumping in again.
You see that in action.
You see Captain America's new outfit. Hawkman's new outfit.
Hawkeye's new outfit. You see his new
his magnetic shield magnet.
You hear Quicksilver talk.
Quicksilver talking
for once, and
he's fucking Russian.
What do you guys think of the accent?
You didn't see that coming. It was like, oh shit, he's fucking Russian.
I remember watching it with the step, and I'm like, he just spoke. I'm like, and that's not, that's like broken English. I'm like, oh shit.
My only concern is how if he can hold it, the accent.
Oh, he's a great actor.
He's a great.
He's gonna be fine. I like him.
But I've never seen him do an accent.
I don't know. I mean,
that's the only reason I'm like, But I like the accent. I like how it sounded. He's a great actor, so I don't have any issues with him. But I'm just curious as to how his accent's gonna sound. You see, fucking Nightwing. I mean,
Black Widow. With her Nightwing batons.
And her it looks like her whole suit is using electromagnetic.
Yeah, she's got some kind of like pulsing going on in her suit. It's like
kind of like tasers and shit on her hands.
Yeah.
Kind of like Iron Man in the second movie where he has like the glove.
Probably.
And he's just touching people.
Kind of like Nightwing, you mean?
Yeah, exactly like Nightwing.
She's basically wearing Dick Grayson's suit, which is fine.
It's funny too because it's blue and black.
Yeah, like I was saying when we were watching it earlier, like it's a missed opportunity that it wasn't red.
Yeah.
Because she's Black Widow. But it's fine.
Steven, Hulk finally has purple shorts.
Yeah, that was cool watching. I think he looks a lot better.
And then one thing we mentioned too, the brown eyes.
Yeah, he has browner eyes.
Michael, you said something about thinking that it's Bruce Banner.
Well, yeah, because not only I basically think that Bruce is in control, at least somewhat in this movie.
For the most part.
Yeah, because we ended the first Avengers with him somewhat in control.
Yeah, because he understood.
He can point himself in the right direction.
Yeah.
And he's always angry. That's a secret.
And because this movie is obviously taking place after and time has progressed, I think it's interesting. It's a good thing that they've allowed his character to progress in a way that he can control it a little more.
One thing I was thinking about, we obviously we think that the Soul Gem or the
I think it's the Soul Gem. Yeah.
It's on
Vision's forehead.
One theory that's been going around is that same stone was somehow in Iron Man's possession, in Tony Stark, and he used that stone to bring Ultron to life. But at some point was given to the Vision, and that's why because it's on him. Mm-hmm. He's developing more into
more of a human, more, not humanity, but like soul. Like
android.
He's an android. Yeah. I have heard differently.
Really?
I have heard that Ultron is just after the New York incident, Tony Stark is making new technology as he does, using some of the leftover Chitauri technology, and Ultron is a virus from that.
Damn.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
I've heard that's what's gonna happen.
That could be cool.
Yeah. And Ultron gets a hold of the Soul Gem and makes Vision, and blah blah blah, and the rest is history. Woo. But I like the idea of that, Ultron being an alien virus.
An alien virus, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Oh man, that sounds cool.
Yeah, right.
I know.
And then we also see Hawkeye speaking to Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, right?
I would imagine he would look like he was mostly speaking to Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
But you can possibly
says,
you can assume they're both.
If you
there.
walk out this door,
you're an Avenger.
You will now be an Avenger. And then the next scene, you see Scarlet Witch walking out of a door,
tossing red magic out to the right.
So we can assume that that's her.
We can assume at that point they're on board,
and then you see the Quicksilver Russian accent.
Yeah, and it's like you didn't see that coming.
However, I think that part of the scene is used when he's fighting Captain America, and
probably
when he's punching him.
Yeah, probably.
I think that's
because it shows them teaming up together when he hits Ultron.
Yeah,
and then it just cuts to another scene where they're in the snow. And like in the mountains, and then he just looks down at an angle, and most likely he's talking to Captain America.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's kind of funny that it's edited that way because, like, it's Hawkeye. Like, you guys are gonna be Avengers. And
they always do that.
When you see them being Avengers, it's like he's telling you, the audience, you didn't see that coming. Yeah.
I'm so stoked though. I really want to see that fight. I'm super stoked to see the Ultron fight, but I really want to see the Captain America
Quicksilver fight. I like that they haven't shown us any more of his power, really. How it's gonna look. Maybe they've shown us like little streaks of him, like
and in slow motion.
In slow mo. Yeah. But we haven't seen how he looks full speed, like we did with. We didn't really see
Quicksilver and
X-Men. No,
he was more almost teleporting.
Yeah. He did teleport. He was
basically teleporting, but
they just cut the scene.
I'm excited that we haven't seen it. It's gonna be a nice surprise when we actually watch it in theater.
Yeah.
Unless they don't, come out with another trailer or something like that.
Honestly, I think I'm gonna stop watching trailers at this point because they're getting dangerously close to showing too much.
That's why I didn't watch that minute thing because I was scared I was gonna see too much, and I think I kind of did. Too much that I don't need it anymore.
No, yeah, this is enough to where like I'm watching it now for sure, and I don't need to see it anymore.
Yeah, like Noel brought up a good point like a couple weeks ago when he said like they need to stop with the third trailer. Like that's it.
Yeah,
because it's.
I know that I don't want to see more, but I really fucking do.
No.
So I think I'm gonna watch the next trailer if another one drops. Because it's a month's time. I'm gonna watch another trailer.
No, I'm not. I'm done here.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I probably thought that with the last one, like no more trailers. But this one came out and I saw it and I was like, okay, now no more trailers because this is enough.
Yeah.
Because this was definitely
they'll show too much of the good stuff in like that small part, and maybe it's not as much as we anticipate, and we're like, oh, we hype it too much with all these trailers. Then we end up watching it's like a short, boring fight. You don't know that. We don't know.
Yeah,
you'd be surprised though. For me, the biggest thing is not the Ultron fight, but the
Quicksilver Captain America.
No, the Soul Gem.
Oh, you want to see if that's?
I'm thinking the big picture. I'm like
how it ties into the big MCU.
Yeah, this is gonna be like, oh yeah, it's gonna be a nice movie, whatever. I'm gonna love it.
It's gonna be a dark movie.
I'm looking for how they get involved with Guardians of the Galaxy and you throw Anna.
I don't think they are for a while.
Yeah, probably but eventually that's gonna be happening.
Well, probably not.
And they're gonna be talking about,
not for a while, man.
Yeah.
No, but they have to tie in into it.
We were talking earlier about how you guys were a little disappointed that Hawkeye doesn't have his mask.
Yeah.
And I was gonna start talking about Civil War with you guys after that.
It completely skips that whole part. It makes
because none of them have secret identities. Yeah. What do you guys think is going to be the issue?
Because Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man's going to have a secret identity because that's pivotal to his character.
Yeah.
But like, with nobody else having a secret identity, what do you? Do you think that matters to the story that much?
I guess not anymore.
I guess what Civil War boils down to is there's a conflict. It doesn't matter that it's the Superhero Registration Act. It probably still is, but just not with secret identities involved. But how do you guys feel about that?
What I think is, we're gonna be getting a lot of superheroes right now that will be having, at least, hopefully, identities.
But will they?
Well, not Black Panther.
Who else are we getting? We're getting
Black Panther. Nobody knows who he is.
But he's king of a country.
Yeah, but they don't know that he's a Black Panther. They don't know he dresses up as a fucking panther and walks around.
Like a quick Google search will let you
they
figure
could,
that out.
But Hank Pym. a scientist. You don't expect them. Well, I
and
know
like,
he's a scientist in this one.
But remember, in Winter Soldier, they were name dropping Stephen Strange, who's not even a character, who wasn't even like cast at that point.
Who's not even coming out until 2017.
Yeah, so I mean, S.H.I.E.L.D. had files on other superheroes already, and those were leaked on the internet at the end of Winter Soldier.
He wasn't a superhero.
Well, they had files on important.
Well, he's smart.
Threats.
That's why he's a threat, because he's smart.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. Like,
they don't know that he. I don't know if they know that he had magic powers.
But I mean, he's got tabs now. Like, people can look him up.
I'm so excited for that movie.
He's been leaked, and like, I don't know. I feel like, with the exception of Spider-Man, secret identities aren't going to be very pivotal to Civil War. It's going to be a matter of the government wants to register superheroes to work for the government, and that's the issue.
I think that's going to be it. There isn't, I mean, like you said...
Other than that, what else could there be?
There really isn't anything. And in that case, why do we even need Spider-Man?
Because Spider-Man...
What do you mean, why do we even need Spider-Man?
Shut up, though.
Well,
Spider-Man.
I mean, if that's the reason, then why need Spider-Man? Right?
I feel like Spider-Man could probably... I don't know.
There's no need for Spider-Man if that's the case.
Well, it's because they fucked up already with like Marvel and Sony. Like, we want him.
Well, Marvel fucked up on their own because they didn't give them masks, and they give away their identities.
Well, I mean, that they could hardly help it. I mean, I think you're talking about something else. Never mind.
Yeah, no. It would have given that identity factor.
Yeah, they completely blew that out of the water with Iron Man 1. They were like, I am Iron Man.
Well, Iron Man, that's fine. Well, no, he never once hit it in the
truth is
in the comics, that's my bodyguard for like the longest time.
Well, yeah,
that's why like when he was like my bodyguard, really, like that was a nod to the comics where that was his actual cover story.
But like, why? There's no need for Spider-Man. They made.
Okay, the way you're making that sound is like you don't want Spider-Man in it, so fuck you because I want Spider-Man in it.
There's a lot of men and women who worked really hard to make this happen.
You fucking know I love Spider-Man. He's one of my favorite superheroes.
Then don't question his being in the movie.
I have to.
No, he's right.
I have to.
And we're discussing this. I mean, we have to put it on the table and talk about it.
There really is no need for Spider-Man if it's not pertaining to identities. The reason why Spider-Man is so pivotal to that story is because he releases his identity. He shows everybody the identity.
It's true. So what's the point if secret identities don't matter?
Oh, well. Oh, I thought you meant, like, what's the point of having Spider-Man?
Well, I mean, exactly, though.
Yeah, that's the point.
The point of Spider-Man being important to that story is that secret identities are,
in the story,
are highly valued by the superheroes.
The U.S. government wants them to be part of the government. So they tell the superheroes that they need to give up their identities to sign up.
Not that they had to publicly give them up, but that they had to tell the government, that they were basically government employees to be told to do it, whatever.
In those terms, Wolverine, Iron Man, Captain America, Hawkeye, every superhero, because this is just not tied to the movies, but every superhero who ever had a mask would have to give up their identity.
Oh.
And Iron Man was up for it, and Captain America wasn't, because that was a violation to their rights. So there was an ongoing war. The team split up into two. To the team that wanted to give their identities, and to the ones that didn't. And Spider-Man, who at that point was a crucial member to the Avengers, he was one of the supporters that didn't want to. But in order to bring peace to the team and to the country, should reveal his identity.
He joined Iron Man first and showed his identity.
What's wrong with that?
Well, that's what changed everything. Captain America saw that a young one that had nothing to gain but everything to lose gave up his identity to help the country and the team, unite the team back together.
So then Spider-Man is good.
He was important.
It's because the way you made it sound is like, what's the point of having...
You kind of lost me too. Like, what are we building up to?
He was important there, but in the movie, in the cinematic universe, there are no identities.
There's no secret identities.
What is the war going to be about?
I don't know.
They could make it up. They could do something else.
It boils down to being a conflict, but with Spider-Man there, the identity is important. Unless they use him for another reason.
Yeah, they could use him for something else.
They're gonna start filming really fucking soon too.
Next month.
But if we're talking about revealing identities and whatnot, I don't see a use for Spider-Man.
Yeah, but shut up though.
I mean, it's important. It'll be important because it'll be his first fucking movie, and he's already giving up.
We've been fighting for Spider-Man.
We've spent too much time on movies and TV in this podcast. What else do we have?
God of War.
Pixels.
Oh, yeah.
Another movie.
Let's get that out of the way.
Let's get that, let's blow through that real quick.
The only reason I want to mention it is, it's a head nod. The reason we started doing this, the reason we met, video games. This movie's about old video games, retro. The story seems nice. It seems pretty good.
I like the idea of it.
Adam Sandler, Kevin James, that combination is known to have
mixed results, to say the least.
However...
God, I hate Kevin James.
It looks nice. the anime, animation.
The CG and the
CGI.
effects.
It looks good.
It looks cool.
Pac-Man is important to the movie.
You know, I mean, Kevin James.
I think it's just casted wrong. I don't know. I think they could have just put nobodies in there. Or like,
I would have liked nobodies.
Nobody's probably would have been funnier, honestly.
Yeah, because when I saw Adam Sandler, I'm like,
or at least
it's weird.
I saw Adam Sandler, I was like, oh, and then I saw Kevin James, I was like, oh.
The reason why is because throwing Adam Sandler and Kevin James in there, you automatically think it's like one of their movies, like a Happy Madison movie.
Yeah.
You know?
And then you see Peter Dinklage, and you're like, normally that'd be awesome, but he's teaming up with Kevin James and Adam Sandler.
I think I would have to look up to see if it's a Happy Madison movie.
I don't think it is.
And if it isn't, then I'm gonna go watch it.
But I don't know, man. Kevin James, I just kind of have a sour spot for him.
Because it could just be somebody who fucking wants. Growing up, you watched fucking Happy Gilmore. You watched Billy Madison.
Yeah, I loved Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison.
You make a movie and you're like, you know what, that was my favorite actor. I want him in my fucking movie.
Adam Sandler was funnier like 20 years ago.
Because it was a different kind of comedy. Nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
He was the beginning of raunchy comedies.
He didn't evolve his style of comedy at all.
Yeah, no.
He's trying to do what was funny 20 years ago today, and it doesn't work for him.
It's like,
It was a Happy Madison style of, comedy.
Yeah.
And then Judah Pacho.
But sometimes he's still funny. Like I just saw Blended last week, and it wasn't that bad. It was the newest one with him and Drew Barrymore.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So gotta see that.
Pretty good. Like, I mean, it wasn't the best movie, but I mean, it was nice. It was funny.
I liked the first Grown Ups.
I didn't.
You didn't?
What?
You know what? And that's where my thing with Kevin James starts, is because his role, that role belongs to Chris Farley. And fuck, honestly, all of them for letting that happen.
Really?
Like, for letting anyone fill that role.
Oh.
Like, what is it? It starts off with him at a funeral or something?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Kevin James' funeral. That should have been, like, Chris Farley's, like, funeral. Like... Because, honestly, all those guys, David Spade, Chris Rock, Adam Sandler, Chris Farley, they were all on SNL together. They were all doing Happy Madison and all those, comedies together for, like, throughout the 90s. And, like, it's fucked up that...
He got replaced by Kevin James?
Basically replaced by Kevin James. Honestly, everything that Kevin James does...
Is that really the reason you hate him?
Honestly, entirely.
Really?
I love Chris Farley.
That almost doesn't make any sense. If you would have said you don't like him because of his acting, I would have said, okay, that's fine, but...
I mean, if I want to be objective...
You don't like him because of his
honestly, even being objectively, I don't like him very much. Like, he's not that funny. He's
okay,
not
you lost me there.
No, I don't find him that funny. Objectively, he's just... And, like, every role that he's done can be done way better if Chris Farley were still around. Like, if Chris Farley were still alive and you put him into all of Kevin James's roles, it'd be 10 times funnier. Paul Blart would actually be watchable if Chris Farley were alive.
Paul Blart, no. That movie is,
no.
I don't think that movie's watchable at all.
If Chris Farley were in that role, it would be hilarious. It'd be one of my favorite movies.
Really?
Yeah, because Chris Farley could make it work. Because Chris Farley is hilarious and a master of physical comedy. And you know what? Like, just fuck Kevin James.
But you know what?
This is Chris Farley.
Honestly,
I'm like, man, I know for something.
Tommy Boy.
Fucking Beverly Hills Ninja. That movie's fucking funny.
Black Sheep. Yeah, man. SNL.
I didn't watch SNL.
He died so young.
He was in, he had small parts in,
did drugs.
in Billy Madison.
Yeah.
He did a small part in Billy Madison. I'm sure he's done more that I'm just not coming up with now because I'm very angry.
But wow,
I still love the movie though. Grown Ups.
Grown Ups is great.
I thought it was decent. And then number 2 was okay. It followed up.
Oh no.
I mean,
barely. But the first one was great.
It was okay. I didn't like the whole. What was the other black family in that movie where they're like, what? I don't like that.
Yeah, I hated that.
Kevin James and Grown Ups just planted a very deep seed of hate for me. Like,
but I can't believe that's the reason why you hate him.
I do. It's exactly the reason.
Honestly, if you would have said you hated
it's the reason I hate Kevin James and I love Chris Pratt.
Chuck and Larry, you don't like that? That's fucking great. It's a great movie.
Actually, that one's pretty.
And now pronounce Chuck and
Larry.
Larry.
I do like Chuck and Larry.
Did you see Mall Cop?
Yeah, Paul Blart.
Yeah, he said he liked it. It would have had Chris.
I would have like. It would have been watchable with Chris Farley.
There's a new one coming out.
Yeah, and it looks fucking awful. Even for Paul Blart standards, it looks horrible.
I was laughing so hard at the trailer because I'm like, this is fucking stupid.
It looks so bad,
but it's not theater worthy.
But
it's Redbox worthy.
Chris Farley is the reason I hate Kevin James and I love Chris Pratt. If that makes you, because Chris Pratt is like an obvious Chris Farley fan, and you can see it in like the way he acts on Parks and Rec, and he makes references to Chris Farley stuff all the time.
Well, he even fucking looks like him.
He looks like him, like if you were like fit.
Yeah.
But like it's funny, like you guys ever watch Tommy Boy?
Yeah.
Tommy Boy?
Tommy Boy?
Yeah.
No, that's okay. Well, in the beginning of Tommy Boy, Chris Farley's an idiot, and he's in college.
Like in every fucking movie.
Like and he's in college, and he passes his class with like a D-. So he's like, I passed. But on his final exam, he's like, the Constitution was written by blank Hancock, and he's like, Herbie Hancock. So like, and that's Herbie Hancock is the thing in Tommy Boy. And in Parks and Rec, someone tells Andy to sign something, and he's like, here, I'll give you my Herbie Hancock. And I'm like, oh my god, he loves Chris Farley. And there's another thing he does, but I'm trying to remember what it was. I don't know. There was another instance where Chris Pratt was definitely a Chris Farley fan.
Like I said, if you would have been talking about his acting, I would have been...
No, yeah, and I don't find him
because Chris Farley, it's just one actor. He's playing the same actor in every movie.
You know what? It was funny.
Yeah, no, because he did a good job at it.
Sometimes...
It was funny.
Bones down.
Yeah, no. I just...
Choose your words carefully.
That's just not the way...
Tread lightly.
Tread lightly.
I love it.
I don't want your job.
We're already on thin ice from Mario Party right now.
Oh my god. Oh, wait, I actually won that. I should tread lightly.
I mean, Chris Farley is like a staple in my childhood. You can't shit on Chris Farley.
He's a staple in my childhood.
No, but like an actual like...
He's a staple in my movie collection.
We should move on.
Yes.
Pixels looks like garbage.
I think I've heard Chris Farley like a million times in like the past 5 minutes.
Anyway.
You were speaking about Mario Party. We recently played this game. It just came out.
Within the last hour we played
last week.
2 hours.
An hour and a half ago we played it.
What you guys think of it?
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun than I expected.
Is that really surprising though? I mean, games with your buddies.
You remember Mario Party 9? I don't know if you guys played Mario Party 9.
Probably.
Probably not.
That's when they implemented the whole cart system.
Well, yeah, it's to streamline the game, which I think works really well.
A lot of people don't like it.
That's what I've heard.
A lot of people don't like it at all.
Because a lot of people are used to
Noel being one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Splitting up.
But I think this one it's nice because it speeds up the game, and it's not messy. I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, because with the older game, it would go on fucking ever, right?
Hours and
hours of game. It's a party game, Mario Party. But nobody has that kind of time in this day and age. Nobody has hours to spare, really.
Play 4 hours. It's like playing Monopoly.
Yeah, it really is. Exactly. And who wants? I mean, you got to set time aside to play.
You have to plan to play Monopoly.
And if you're playing Risk, fucking forget about it.
Oh my god,
it's the full fucking day.
It's like
Dungeons and Dragons.
That might be a 2-day thing.
Even if you finish the game, you end up talking about it for a week.
Yeah,
God.
You
and your friends are still dealing with each other like later.
Like questioning your friendship.
So yeah, I like that it's streamlined. It actually gives you a timer on the map. Like it says this game is going to be about 30 minutes, and it was. I mean, it went on for like 40.
I think it's 30 minutes, and not counting the mini games.
Yeah, so because we practiced, and then and it went on for like 40 minutes,
without the full,
give or take. And that's nice because that's a relatively quick game.
It's
if you play more than one game at a time. And
it's about an hour game, which is nice.
It's quick. I like that. I feel like that's something that Mario Party definitely needs.
Visually,
it looks really good. Obviously,
fucking HD
because it's Nintendo's pushing their HD now.
Yeah, it's so fucking nice. I haven't used my amiibo on it. I don't think I want to open them.
He looks cool though.
Right there.
Yeah, he's right here.
Yeah, he is. You can't see him because we're not using a camera, but he looks good. He's got in a big box that's like 3 times his size.
One thing I wanted to mention though is like I was telling Estelle that he looks fatter here
compared to the other one.
Well, because in the other one he has to be fit to fight.
That's true.
You can take him out.
They're different designs. I mean, technically.
And then his overalls are obviously more detailed.
Yeah, on the original Mario amiibo, he does look...
First wave.
You can see like the
material. You're absolutely right, because this one, his overalls look like denim.
Yeah.
Denim.
Roll.
And it's because it's a wholly different art style. Because Smash Bros. They have to blend everyone together.
Yeah.
So I mean, they tweak everyone just a little bit.
Yeah.
And
Mario
because this is
classic.
solely a Mario game, he looks like fucking traditional Mario. Solid colors, no textures.
He looks rosier here too.
Everything looks like rubber.
He does look,
and because it's a cartoon, and that's fine. He looks really good.
Yeah,
it's a good looking figure, and he has a cool little checkerboard underneath him with the red platform. It's nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole different platform and everything.
Yeah.
Looks like Mario Kart.
I mean, it's less dynamic looking than the Smash Bros. One.
It's well noted that same day they released Mario Party and this amiibo. This amiibo was only available if you pre-ordered this version of Mario Party.
Or if you just happen to come across Mario Party 10.
Or if it is available.
Yeah.
Because Mario Party 10 on its own costs $50.
Yeah.
And this one costs $60 plus tax.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
At the same time,
so people don't want the figure, they actually get the game cheaper.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Another thing is they released a full gold amiibo Mario.
Like a trophy Mario?
It was like a trophy Mario. It was like the same Mario,
Sexy.
but it was just full gold.
So it's that figure?
Yeah, it's that figure, just gold.
Okay.
And that one you had to pre-order, and everything was sold out, and Walmart was going to sell additional amiibos. So if you wanted to do the midnight thing or early morning, you could have done that.
And your amiibo collection is getting pretty extensive.
Yeah, it's getting pretty big.
That's what she said?
Yep. But that Mario amiibo was only available if you pre-order that version, which is why I bought it.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to,
gotta get that exclusive.
Yeah. That's the only reason I did. I was like, do I really need Mario Party? I have Nintendo Land.
Yeah, you do though.
I have, but it's Mario and Nintendo, and
it's fine.
I like
for it.
I like how Mario Party 10 is a little bit balanced, and I know I sound like a hypocrite because I beat you guys with like 91 stars. I'm sorry.
Fucking really. Steven here had 90-something, 92.
I won with 91 stars.
Well, before they gave us the pity stars, it was at 79. I think I had like 50. You had like.
I ended the game with like 21 stars.
You had 12 before the pity stars.
Yeah.
And the Donkey Kong, which is the computer, was at like 30.
Yeah.
And
Noel's not here. We forgot to mention.
Yeah.
Don't know if you noticed.
He's shy.
Yeah. I just realized you said that we were playing with a computer and Noel's not here.
He's willy mad.
He's doing his own thing.
Yeah, we miss you, buddy. But yeah, it's balanced like the way you can either lose stars or gain stars, but sometimes it's not, and there's an advantage too. But I don't know. I like the aspect of the game where we all could play with each other, and it feels like player friendly too. Like it's kind of easy to play. I haven't played any of the last one, so I can't compare. But it seems pretty easy to play. Like a child could play.
It's very straightforward.
Yeah.
It's even like the mini games. I feel like when I played older Mario parties, I had no idea what to do, and we had to do practice.
Yeah.
With this one, I felt like we could have started without practice.
I played Mario Party 8. That's the last one I played. It was more or less the same.
Yeah.
A little bit more difficult because the whole Wii Motion Plus thing wasn't as developed. But it was good. I liked it.
Yeah. No. This one though, the game seemed really not simple, but they seemed very straightforward. I feel like we didn't even need the practice, but I mean we did just.
It's nice to.
It's nice to practice, but I mean I felt like we didn't need it. Like we could have just jumped right in, and it would have been super easy to pick up.
I think it would have been like more fun to just pick up right from there. Like oh shit, I wasn't supposed to do that,
Yeah,
but
a little more chaotic and more fun in that sense. But
speaking of chaotic and fun,
what I'm getting to is just that it seems more straightforward.
Speaking of chaotic and fun, heists.
Grand Theft Auto Heist?
We haven't done heist. We've all done heist, right?
Yeah. You guys have done heist.
Well, you've done the first one.
Have you not?
I've done the first one.
The Seaman, the Fleece heist.
Yeah.
We talk about that one.
Yeah. So, did you play both roles, or have you only done it once?
I've only done it once.
I've already done it twice. I've done both roles.
Yeah.
I've done one where I was the driller.
You were driller. Okay.
So
that's a fun one.
I had no idea what the fuck to do. Noel was like, "Dude, hurry up!" And
the
I'm like,
drill was...
"The drill was like." I was like, "Okay, I'm doing it," and it was turning red. And I'm like, "Okay, I'm not supposed to go full force."
Slow down. Yeah.
He's like, and I'm like, "Oh, it's going slowly." And I'm like, "Okay, I got 1, 2," and then he's like, "Hurry up, dude!" And it's like, I guess he's holding.
I really
okay, got it. And it's
harder than the other position.
Yeah,
it's way.
I like
harder.
the little mini game too. That the fact that you can play
the hacking is fun.
As you're not just sitting there like
waiting for him to get there,
and he's just driving. You're not doing anything.
Yeah.
You have like 3.
I like to throw this in. The practice hacking and the actual hacking, completely fucking different. It's a lot easier to do during the practice hacking.
Well, I mean,
it's simple either way.
I think it's because you're under pressure to get it done before you get to the bank.
But still, it's like this. It's so much more different. They should have thrown at least a hard one in the practice mode.
I don't think so.
I don't know, man. Well, so what were you saying? You were drilling and then.
Oh yeah, and then we left, and then because Noel has a lot of money,
yeah,
he has like a ton. He gave me the most he can give me.
Yeah,
so it's like 20. Like, he kept like 20%, right? 30%.
I think it was 30, and I got 70. He's like, "There you go, buddy."
I think it's just enough to repay double what he paid.
Yeah,
at the down payment, right?
Yeah.
The minimum.
And so with that money that I got, I ended up like buying all of these fucking clothes and suits and gloves and ties just like to make
money
different
well
outfits.
Spent.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's gone. I'm back to my original amount of
now
money.
You want to do another heist?
Yeah, I really do.
Yeah, no, we did the first one together.
Yeah, and I had done it once before that, and then when Esteban finally got on PS3 with me, like I walked him through that heist, and that was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, you were a driller.
I was the driver the first time.
You were a driver, and I did drill.
It was super fucking.
What'd you think of drill? Like, was it when it was your first time? Like, did
my
you
first
fuck
time?
up too?
Yeah, I was with a random my first time. He made me driller.
Driller.
I didn't find it was like super hard. Like I picked up on it. Oh, it's turning red. Don't go full force. And I feel like that's pretty intuitive.
I kind of skipped that.
Yeah, I went. I pressed everything as soon as I got there.
I'm like,
and then, why isn't it working? And then it said if you heat it up, like you gotta back up and do it.
Well, yeah, I feel like Lester said something about that.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, when he's talking, I feel like nobody listens to like any of the dialogue.
The thing
fucking
is,
PCs.
I was doing that part with Esme.
Yeah.
And you know, she was talking to me, and I was like, okay, and I'm like, I got this. Just whatever, fucking easy. I was like, shit, I should have paid attention. And I got stuck in the first one.
You were overheating it.
And I was like, what the fuck do I do? And then I started getting the pop-ups or whatever, and I was like, okay, that's how you do it. So we did it the first time, and as we were leaving, I shot one of the what's it called? The civilians, whatever. Hostages? I shot her in the leg, and on my way out, we got out, and she died. And we failed. I'm like, how'd you die from a leg shot?
Oh man!
So we had to redo it, and obviously the second time I did it, I was
How
many more are there now?
There is 6 total. I'm gonna say. Hold on, let me see. There's Fleesa. There's the Prison Break. There's Humane Labs.
That one's pretty cool.
There's a Trevor one.
That's the next
one.
one.
And then I think it's the Big Bank one. I think.
That's 5.
I feel like I'm missing one.
There was an airplane one, isn't there?
I think
that's the prison one.
So yeah, there's 5.
Okay.
Unless I'm missing one, there's 5.
The Humane Labs was.
That one is a son
horrible.
of a bitch. That is hard.
Really?
Humane Labs. Not even the actual mission.
Not even the mission. The setup.
Actual heist is pretty easy.
Yeah.
There's one setup mission where you're trying to stealth kill a bunch of guys. So you can sneak a truck in with like an EMP into the labs. And you just leave. But getting that truck in there is fucking hard.
Really?
Because you have to stealth kill everybody on the premises. And it's the second anybody's alerted, it's mission fail.
It's like 20 people.
Yeah, you have like half a second to stop someone from running off to hit the alarm.
Oh my god!
So if you can manage that shot, then you're fine.
They have a cone of vision too, so it gives you that, but it's not even really that helpful.
Fuck that. So I mean, you can stay out of their line of sight, but if you miss a shot, they hear it and they run off to get the alarm. Mm-hmm. So everybody has to be on point with their aim.
Oh my god!
And it's cool because there's a lot of people set up in a way that like you have to coordinate your sniping. Oh. So like me and Puga were standing next to your third, and I was like, "You see those 2 guys by the car? I'll get the one on the right. You get the one on the left, and on 3 we'll both shoot them." And so everybody has to be on point with their aim because if either of you fuck up, then
that's kind of cool.
It's really cool.
At the end of that mission, we there was 2 guys always like just standing there. It was a cop and a scientist. And then towards the end, these 2 scientists ran up to them. So it was like 4 people, and we all had 2 different corners, and we were all like
all 4 of us had to coordinate a shot.
No fucking way.
It was fucking sick because there was 4 guys all next to each other, so we all had to like do it at the exact same time. So the whole team.
It was 2 on this side, and then it was
see. It was if that was on Xbox or on PS4, you could just like share or say Xbox record that.
Because I don't think they were supposed to do that. I feel like that was like once not once in a lifetime, but like it happened to happen.
That's so cool.
And it was them 2 over there, and then it was one over here, and then I was on this side. So we all got like different angles of a shot.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
It was dope.
It was a random too, right? Or was it Puga?
It was
Puga. It was all 4 of us.
Yeah, it was all 4 of us. So we actually had full Phantom.
Yeah.
Oh, well, sort of.
Well, you could have joined.
Yeah.
No,
he was updating.
Yeah, I was updating, and then I saw you guys were busy, and so I just went and whatever money I had, buy like a couple outfits, and
masks.
Then
those masks.
Yeah, God, I had to limit myself because I have so little money on there.
on
my PS3 version, I do.
I bought so many.
On my Xbox One, I have a lot of money, so I just bought like all the masks I ever wanted.
I could have fed half of Africa with the money I spent on masks.
God. I think Noel could end world hunger with his fucking money.
Yeah, man. I think like 40
million
or something like that.
Him hoarding all that money is hurting the economy.
It is hurting the economy. That's why we have to rob banks.
Yeah.
He's Bill Gates in the Xbox One.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, like, the Humane Labs, the actual mission wasn't that hard. We got to use the fucking flare gun, which is kind of fun.
Yeah. The flare gun, like, it actually has a use in a mission. Because,
in the Humane Lab, you go inside.
Yeah.
And you have to use night vision goggles, which is fucking cool.
Oh. Yeah.
And you have to, fight your way out.
Go underwater.
You have to hack something, and then to exit, you have to go underwater.
And swim out onto the beach.
And swim out to the pipes.
You remember in the single player, when you go into the pipe and into the base? It's the opposite. It's the opposite way. You're in the base, and you swim out of the pipe.
That's fucking cool.
And when you get to the beach...
Do you have to cut the stuff?
Did you? I didn't play that part. He was on the ground.
It's already open.
Oh.
But they give you air tanks. They give you 4 air tanks. We ran up... We used 2 of them.
Yeah, so and it's cool. So from my end, I was in the helicopter with Puga, keeping the place secure from all incoming forces.
Was it nighttime?
It was like early in the morning.
Dawn.
It was like the sun was coming up soon. But anyway, like we saw them on the map, and then I think by the time they went in the water, they disappeared. Like their GPS is turned off, and so like at the end of the mission, because they were so underneath the base. Whoa. So when they got to the beach and done with everything, we couldn't track them anymore. So that's why they needed the flare gun. So I actually had to look out for a flare.
We were in the beach
and land where the flare shot up from.
That's so sick.
It's dope. I love it.
Oh, teamwork.
And it's also
honestly,
fun that
when you can get the heist going, this has been worth the wait.
It's been totally worth. It's fun. It's a lot of fucking fun.
Yeah.
I mean, you would expect maybe more heist, but it's totally worth it.
It's fine. This will keep me like happy until they release more. If they want to. Even if they don't want to, like, I'm satisfied now.
Yeah.
I got my money's worth. I got what it was promised to me.
I paid $120 for 2 copies. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I mean, that sounds like a you problem.
I need to pay the rest of that.
I have another you problem for me, though. Like, I remember
you bought it like 4 times.
Yeah, so I bought it for PS3 first. And then me and Noel bought it for 360. So he paid for half of it. I paid for half of it.
It was a birthday present,
and
right?
And then I traded in my PS3 version for some other game. And then I bought it back for $40 when it was on sale. So that's that's a third purchase.
Yeah.
And then I traded in my 360 version for something else. And then later on, me and Esteban split for the Xbox One version. And then,
a birthday present.
And then, so that's 4 fucking
He's
times.
had 4 times.
Game's so good.
That's $240 full price. I mean, you didn't pay full price, but like at full retail.
But he did pay
money.
I paid
twice. So I paid.
He did buy money on the game.
It's $100, so I paid like $65 for that, and then $40 for that. So that's like about $100, $110.
So altogether, that equals too much.
So it's another $30. Yeah. So basically, like almost $200.
Too much.
Like, 180. Yeah. Or 70. But anyways,
heists are fun though.
Speaking of heists.
Oh yeah,
Battlefield 4 is
nice.
out. Yeah, I know.
Nice.
There's a lot of games with heists now, but that game I was talking about. Imagine
before we get into that.
What?
Unity has heists.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Before we get into that,
heists.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
We got to dress as cops in Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, you get an actual cop uniform.
How much is that?
No, like it's in the mission. Well, actually,
you can buy it, right?
No, but you can glitch it.
What?
Yeah.
You exit?
I have one now.
What?
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
Did you save it as your outfit?
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Dude,
because okay, so what you do?
So you go to the store while you're in the mission?
No. Afterward, you go to the mission. I don't know if you could do that. Actually, that might work. But the way I did it, I saw it online. You do the mission. When you're actually in uniform, you quit. Go to a quick job. Do a capture mission. You finish the job, and when you spawn back into the free room after that, you're in the uniform. So you can save it at that point.
We gotta fucking do one tonight.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I was just trying to do it with Efren. Like, we both ended up on the cop team, and I was like, dude, let's do this. And, like, it didn't work for him. So it only worked for me, so I have a cop uniform now.
But we could try the store thing, though, I guess.
Yeah, that might work. Yeah. Going to the store, like, during the mission?
Yeah, I don't know if you can go to the store, but we can try it.
It might work.
Doesn't hurt. But anyways,
Battlefield Hardline.
Back to Hardline. Me and Esteban were playing that yesterday. I had to trade a bunch of shit in to get it because I really wanted to play it because I'm a big fan of Battlefield since Battlefield 3. Mm-hmm. And Battlefield 4 was okay for me.
Yeah.
I didn't really feel it. And so I saw Battlefield Hardline, and I just like the whole aspect of how it's like...
Cops and robbers, basically.
It's a different kind of war. It's not your typical, like, modern warfare type of stuff.
Even to me, that is really interesting.
It is. And it's a lot of fucking fun.
It felt more like citizens, like kind of like a third world country. You know how you hear in the news, like, they're fighting the cops or whatever, with AK-47s or whatever.
Feels like TJ back in 2006.
Yeah, when it was like, super crazy. But you would see a head on the fucking street and it'd be okay. Like, it'd be a normal day, you know?
It's a good comparison.
Yeah, it's pretty
That's
funny.
what it feels like.
That's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, no. I was there's a Noel was saying last time that there's like this cool like I forgot, it's called Hotwire. Yeah. Where it's basically like Conquest, but you capture cars and you have to hold and drive everywhere around the city until
it's like King of the Hill or Capture.
No, it's literally just
But like the targets are moving.
I guess it is sort of like King of the Hill. Yeah, and the targets are moving.
Yeah,
like, the checkpoints are moving.
The hill is a car.
Yeah, and so it's up to like I think for that mode I think it's like up to 16 players each or 20 players each. You can play up to 66 fucking players in a map. That's amazing. And I'll get to that later. But
we're living in the future.
So there's people driving around stealing cars and like blowing each other up, and then there's other people just camping with their mines, and so you have to avoid that. Yeah. And then you have other people like they could spawn in your car. Let's say
you're super hyped for this, aren't you?
Yeah, dude. I was playing it before I came here. Like I fucking love it. And like they'll get in your car. And, like, there could be up to, like, 3 other people in your car, and they're shooting out the window, and they're just supporting you, and, like, you get all this XP. You also win a ton of money playing that kind of mode, too.
Yeah?
So,
the way... it sounds hard, so...
The way...
Sounds hard line.
Damn, you beat me to it!
The way...
Son of a bitch!
The way it works, I guess, currency is a big thing, focus on in that game. It's like Battlefield... Black Ops 2 or 1, I think? Black Ops 1. Where money was your currency in order to unlock stuff, which I think is cool. But yeah, and then a regular team deathmatch is not your typical fucking deathmatch. It's fucking up to like I said, 66 players.
Yeah.
So there's like 30 players on each fucking team.
Wasn't Battlefield 4 that way? Or whatever it was last one for?
Yeah, but I didn't really feel it that way.
The thing with me for that game was it felt, and I told you that too. It felt like more like a DLC to Battlefield.
That's how
rather than a game on its own.
And I was telling him like that's how a lot of first person like AAA games that come out feel like.
But I did like how it felt refreshing, but it just felt like a good DLC. It was kind of like Get Out of Hell with Saints Row, where it felt like it's its own game, but it's still a DLC.
Is Get Out of Hell a DLC?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only $20. Speaking of DLC,
wait, I'm not finished yet.
Oh, you're not done.
No,
let me do more Battlefield. Let him talk. If I can far away with the mic.
So yeah, my only problem with the game though is that there's so much going on. Like you can spawn and like in 3 seconds you can die.
Yeah,
we had that.
Because you can
had that problem.
You can spawn and then like just someone happened to throw a grenade and boom, because there's so many people.
It took us like what 3 or 4 spawns before I actually killed somebody.
And that was frustrating. But I mean, I got over it because I'm like, well, I mean, they made it like this for a reason, and like
we got a kill assist, and then we were fucking. We were happy. We celebrated.
Oh, at least we killed him. We got a couple shots, but he killed us. And then, like, half a second later, it's like, oh, you got, like, a assist kill 66 out of 100.
No, there was one part where he was like, oh, look, a sniper. I'm going to try that. He spawned. Half a second later, a bomb blew up.
Yeah.
And he was dead.
Yeah, that's pretty hectic. How big are the maps? As big as 4s?
They're pretty big.
They're pretty big.
A lot of the environments, like the houses, the buildings and stuff, they're, like, very immersive. You can go into them and go.
It literally feels like you're in a neighborhood.
Yeah,
kind of like the ghetto in Grand Theft Auto, where you can just jump over everything.
Yeah,
like
go through buildings.
Except fences. You have to break through those.
Yeah, that's also a big problem that I have is like you can't jump a fence that's higher than here. Like it's kind of annoying. I'm pointing like just an inch above my head. Like it's not. It's frustrating. You could beat it with a bat or knife with your melee weapon.
7-year-old
break it up. But like
jump it.
Because I've been playing Dying Light a lot too.
And
like you have to look like where you're jumping and like boom he'll climb up. Yeah. And I kind of expected like Battlefield could do that. No, they didn't.
No, yeah, the fences there.
You have to be like probably like below or a little bit above your waist.
It needs to be something you can just glide over.
Yeah.
When it turns into jumping.
But I guess for a game like
I guess the argument could be like, oh, they're wearing like heavy gear.
But they're not.
They're not.
If you're like a
robber.
The robber?
Yeah,
they're wearing like
they're wearing like Kevlar.
Cops aren't wearing like really. They're wearing like light gear. At least that's what it looks like most of the time.
Well, I mean, guns are heavy. Even light gear is heavier than you'd think.
Oh yeah,
like, they're not parkour. Like they don't. Do
but
parkour.
I mean, you would think that they could jump a fence.
But what I'm also
like for an inexperienced person who doesn't jump fences every day, that's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Like we grew up in the ghetto. we can do that.
Another thing I'm thinking, which is probably minor, but because there's so much shit going on,
you don't want to jump a fence.
Doing this could probably slow you down too much.
That's true.
And like just gliding over that could probably.
But it's funny because
just going off what you're saying, if you're dying within 3 seconds of spawning, imagine how often.
But it's funny because there we were. He was trying to jump on the fence. I'm like, well, you can't jump. We were talking about it for like 2 minutes.
I was like this, dude.
And I'm like, wait.
Fence is like this. I'm like, come on.
I'm like, just hook through it. And he's like, oh yeah, and he just broke the pin.
Yeah, I was playing as a robber. And I had
were you a robber or were you the cop?
No, I was a robber.
Oh, okay.
And like he's like, dude, Hulk through it. I'm like, I mealeed it. I'm like, oh shit.
And
I was just breaking fences. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, he just ran around the fucking yard just breaking fences.
That almost sounds more fun.
It does. It does.
And then there was also we were playing like in a desert area.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like there's houses like sort of area. There's more open. And there was a fucking desert, like just like in Battlefield 4, where like the weather kind of like changes.
Mm-hmm.
There was like there's like a sandstorm that just happened. And I'm like, oh fuck, and like everything gets a little blurry.
So much harder to play.
Yeah,
it's so sick though.
I just like that. Like the environment is also like a big part of the game, and like a lot of more destruction.
They had to, since Call of Duty also implemented something sort of like that, right, in the Advanced Warfare.
I haven't been keeping up with Call of Duty.
I know. Well, I mean, one of the things was that they can.
All I've heard about Advanced Warfare is jetpacks.
One of the reasons why I wanted to get
and those sick ass tracker grenades
was a.
Oh my god! Yeah.
There was this one. It was a. I don't know what it's called, but it's a field, and they're near the ocean, and there's a possibility of a tidal wave, so you would have to get high grounds to avoid the water.
Actually, they copied Battlefield, if anything.
Well, yeah,
Battlefield had that before, but that was actually kind of cool that Call of Duty did that because they made it work well. But and last thing I want to talk about Battlefield is the graphics. I was telling you, like, it's really pretty and sharp. Like, regardless if it's on
everything looks nice,
PS4,
except
the plants.
Do they look stiff?
They look
PS2ish.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Like, PS2.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I mean, you understand how bad that is. Like blocky. That sounds.
It's not blocky. It's like flat. It's like really flat. Like the trees.
It's like 2D.
Some of this, like the grass is fine, but there was like this bush that had like this complete like it was like all stone, right? The foundation was made of stone, and there's plants there. And I was looking at the plants, and like they look flatter than this table. Like I was like this bothers
like
me.
Texture to it.
You look at no texture.
It was like a wallpaper.
I mean,
which is what it is actually. But I mean, like
that's not compared to like the rest of the environment that looks beautiful, and you look at that, you're like, oh. Wow.
It went from like I don't know how do I say it, Skyrim to Minecraft.
Wow. I don't know. I'd have to check it out.
It was notable. It was notable.
Besides that, the game...
Especially if you have like a sniper and you zoom in and there's like a bush in front of you.
It's hard for me to even imagine what you guys are talking about. I have to check it out for myself.
Because I was watching like videos about Battlefield Hardline, and like I guess I'm assuming people who were watching it on PC were like, man, these graphics suck. And I'm like, what are they talking about? I mean, because I don't really care about graphics. It kind of bothers me a little bit that Battlefield didn't do that because they have the sharpest graphics.
Mm-hmm.
But and I noticed that like right away, my first match before I came here, like there was all these plants, like where you start off at your base. I was playing Hotwire, and all these plants. I was looking. I'm like, something looks weird. Like the ground looks fine, the cars look fine, the grass looks fine, but these bushes look like shit. Like I was like, something's bothering me. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I can get over that fast, which I did. It's fucking fun. Really destructive.
You know what else is fun and destructive?
What?
Mortal Kombat X.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. The Combat Pack trailer. Fucking okay. So we saw Jason on Friday the 13th.
We saw Jason on Friday the 13th.
That was cool. And it's fucking sick. So, okay, so
we spoke about it too. We rumored.
We were talking about the rumors. So let's get the ones we know already out of the way. We know about Jason. He's the first one who shows up in the new trailer.
Yeah.
He does his sound.
The theme.
His little theme thing. And then you see Tanya walk out, and you guys know who Tanya is. Yeah. She was in like Deception, I want to say.
Yeah,
she's a PS2 era character. She's kind of forgettable. She's probably gonna be super sick in the new game.
Yeah.
Then we have Tremor.
Who is that?
That is another one of those. He came out. I think it was a PS1 game. I want to say.
Oh.
It was like PlayStation Mortal Kombat Armageddon.
I didn't play that.
Not Armageddon. I don't know.
I would remember.
He's a brown palette swap ninja.
Ah.
And his whole like lore, his power thing
Sandy?
is like rocks, like tremors.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Basically, it's Jax as a ninja.
Ah, okay, got it.
But I mean, now he's fully fleshed out as a character, which is kind of cool.
He looks cool. He looks legit.
Yeah. So I mean, they gave him an individualistic design, kind of like how Sub-Zero and Scorpion don't look alike anymore.
However, there was one character that's still a show.
The last character to show up is so Jason walks out, and then a few feet away, Tanya, and behind her, Tremor. And then there's a space between Tanya and Jason.
Yeah.
And nobody shows up for a second. And then you hear... And then
I don't know if you can hear that, but
I don't know if you heard it. Doesn't matter. I did the clicky thing, and fucking Predator just fucking appears not just like out of nowhere, but like he does
camouflage.
Does his camouflage, and it's just the sickest shit.
Yes,
yeah. I was expecting him to
fucking cool.
Kind of go through the middle and bump everybody out of the way because
that would have been cool.
That's how they are. Just like move everybody and just like like open his shoulder and open wide.
His gun looks around a little bit,
but. The whole
dude.
The clicking noise and him just appearing in front of everybody, he fucking stole the show.
Dude.
Stole it.
Yes.
So, okay. How do you guys feel about... So, the Combat Pack is only 4 DLC characters.
Mm-hmm. How much... Wait, what else does it come with? It comes with more than that.
It comes with, I think, more skins, but character-wise, it's only those 4.
And it's like $30, isn't it?
I think it's maps and skins and stuff.
Yeah.
But... half of those characters are cameos. How do you guys feel about that?
For a fighting game, I don't think it's worth it.
I don't think...
I mean, unless they... Because I think they're going to have more DLC characters. Because I've heard that Spawn is still eligible to be in the game. It'd be a waste not to bring Freddy back.
It'd be a waste.
What they might do... I mean, they could do, like, Freddy for free. But, because what they did with Injustice, remember you bought the season pass for it? It was only $15.
It was
for 4 characters?
It was a load of shit. I felt... It was Injustice.
And it was, what's it called?
Yeah.
So you get all the... I think it was...
it was 4 characters. You got...
what's the I forgot his name, but he looks like a Kiss character, like a Kiss member from the band.
Balto. No.
Balto.
Wolf? No.
No.
The bounty hunter guy, right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Shit. It's something with a B, right?
He's a bounty hunter. Shit.
Lobo.
Yes. God damn it. So we just lost like a million
They all come out, and so does Zod and all these other... But, okay, those characters, whatever, they came out. But then they had a separate DLC where...
They were separate on their own.
Who was it? It was the green guy.
Martian
Manhunter.
It was what's her name? Zatanna and
Scorpion.
No, Scorpion. I don't think.
No, Scorpion was
part of
in
the
there.
group. Yeah, he was part of the DLC.
Oh, okay.
But there was another one.
Oh yeah, he was part of the DLC. Yeah.
It was John, Zatanna, and there was another one that I didn't get the last 2. I just got John's, and I think it was like $3.99 or almost $5.
Yeah, dude, it was ridiculous.
And it was like super overpowered, which is worth it because.
Oh, what system did you buy?
I'm scared they're gonna do that.
I bought it on the PS3.
PS3 on I don't know for sure. I know whatever the definitive edition, the completed edition.
Yeah, it comes with everything.
It comes with everything. I have that one on PS4 in my house. It's pretty sick.
That was totally fucking worth it
because it comes with all the characters.
It comes with everything.
I'm scared totally worth Mortal Kombat's gonna do that, or NetherRealm's gonna do that again.
That's why you don't get the season pass.
You don't. Yeah, that's why.
Not with
especially for a fighting.
This is a warning to you guys. Wait until the complete edition comes out.
As sick as Predator is, wait for the complete with a K edition.
If you really, really want to play as Predator, I'm pretty sure they're gonna release them on their own, and he's gonna be like $3.99, maybe $4. If you're a fan of Predator, then I don't see why you wouldn't.
Wait for the full complete edition though. After all the DLC has come out in like a year, like buy that edition
when it dies down.
Obviously, I'm gonna buy the day 1 regular edition and play, and then trade it in for the complete edition.
I know.
I'm just gonna wait until it actually comes out. I know when you guys are gonna have it, or Noel's probably gonna have it, and I'm gonna play with him. That's all I know.
PS4.
I don't know. I'm gonna get it.
Maybe not. Actually, I don't know. But something worth mentioning though is like the online gameplay that they had like a mini IGN posted something real quick about it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Where they're like what's it called? Rage quitters get penalties.
Oh, I saw that article for that. I didn't read it though.
Yeah. Basically, if you rage quit because you're pussy to actually lose the whole game
because you're a scrub. Yeah.
Yeah. They get the win automatically, and you get to see it. Like you can't rage quit or something like that. Like
so you just
it's not like you don't like it cancels out. Like nope, turn off my Xbox, right?
Lose control of the character.
I think so.
And they just beat up on your character while you're gone.
Like they're making you take the hit. Like come on, be
So even if you go offline,
be bold about it,
off the radar, your character still stays there. And
I think so, yeah. And
that's a funny way.
Does it fight on you against you?
I don't know exactly
how it works. Sits still and gets beaten up.
If you just get beaten up, that'd be fucking awesome.
I think they said your head falls off. Or something like that. Like, you just automatically die, and they get the win.
They should just do a fatality, like an automatic fatality.
I think that would be
the fatality. Fun for the person who sticks around.
Yeah. That's because that's fucked up for other players who, like, they're doing good, and they feel good about themselves winning. They're like, fuck yeah. Mm-hmm. And then someone just quits on them, and like, oh, wow, what a bitch.
I really hope it'll be easier to play online, because, like, thinking back, Mortal Kombat 9 was really hard to play online.
It was really hard to play.
Not just because like people were better than me, but like
it's hard to get online.
It has issues. Grand Theft Auto has network issues where it's hard to even get a game going.
Or with somebody who even has like a mic.
Yeah, so hopefully that'll be fixed with.
Yeah, well, remember with the what's it called? They're gonna have dedicated servers for like the clan thing or whatever they're doing.
Cool.
So I'm pretty sure they should be stable with that and having.
I mean, even now with the Xbox One and the PS4, it's really hard to get somebody even with their mic, and they were given a mic for free, and even then finding somebody who will use it's hard.
Yeah.
But
speaking of PS4, and this is something you've been wanting to talk about for a while. We don't really have too much time, but
yeah, we do.
Remakes. And God of War 3.
God of War 3
Let's get that
is going to be...
God of War 3 is getting remastered.
Why not get
for
the whole
PS4.
saga?
That's what Noel texted us. He was like, instead of the saga. And he brought up a good point. Like, why aren't they just remastering the whole saga again?
With the Ascension.
Mobile, Ascension and the spin-offs.
The PSP.
PS Vita
or
and
just
P
even
ones.
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, just redo the collection.
That too. Yeah, that would have been fine.
Yeah, why not
Easy,
do that?
sweet, and to the point.
But they just did 3 like, here's 3. Like, that just felt weird seeing that.
Yeah.
Maybe because it's the last one they made.
I don't know.
Wasn't Ascension?
No,
the
Ascension was the last one they made, and that was basically, I think, just what Kratos went through, like emotionally. I never played it.
I didn't play it. I have no idea where it falls on his timeline. But like that just seems really weird.
It does.
Cause like, are they prepping for 4? Because that's usually what these re-releases mean.
I mean.
Right?
If they release 3 with a demo
but
of 4,
it just feels weird that there's.
It might make more sense, but it's just stupid because, say, people who are coming barely into the PS4, you get number 3, you're gonna want to play 1 and 2, and it's spin-offs.
If I were that person, well,
you're gonna need a PS3.
If they don't, if they don't like if they don't have a PS3, so it's kind of like, what's the point of having that? Like, let's say a person didn't play any like God of War saga,
like myself,
and they're gonna start off with number 3. Like that's not fair.
I don't know. 3 was kind of a system seller. It sold PS3s because of just how amazing it looked. It still looks really good.
Yeah, it still keeps up.
Which, I
love that game.
It's going to look really good
but
on PS4.
Why start off
but why? Like, why not remaster 1 and 2 and then include 3 if you're going to...
I mean, unless you're giving us 1 and 2 as a digital content.
Maybe.
Digital download.
And also, why in the first place? That's what I want to know. Are they prepping for 4? Does it have anything to do with Kratos? I hope not, because I'm done with Kratos.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I think
maybe
that storyline's kind of just finished unless they do it with a different character. I don't know how they do that.
I mean, ideally, like they're showing us 3 because that's the death of Kratos. Spoiler.
Yeah.
Quote unquote the death of Kratos, because at the very end after the credits,
Zeus.
he crawl. You see like his blood trail crawl off the edge. Of the cliff.
Mm-hmm.
So is he dead? We don't know. But maybe Ascension covers that. I'm not sure.
That's true, yeah.
But
I don't know.
I don't know. Is this prepping us for the next part of the story that might be in 4?
I mean, I don't want to get too much into it, but I really don't.
Maybe the death of Kratos leads to another character, which might be nice.
His son. Wait, his kid dies, isn't he?
He murders his kid.
Yeah,
like in the first one.
Mm-hmm. No, never mind.
And wife. I don't know. We talked about this like 7 episodes ago.
Maybe they bust a Hulk 2 where the blood lands on somebody's head and fucking mutates.
I don't know.
That went nowhere.
But
that went nowhere.
They haven't done anything with that.
I wanted to segue this subject into like this whole generation of consoles, of how everything's being remade now. Like it's being remastered for that, and a lot of people are having problems with that. Like, just give us new games or something like that, and it's understandable. Like why they would do something like that, and they can get some money off of that. They did it with they're gonna do it with Mass Effect for sure, and I wish Noel was here to talk about that, because
I'm okay with that.
I'd buy that.
I'm okay with it. I think Noel's okay with it.
Oh yeah, I'm okay with it. Dead Space, but that's my problem.
So long as they're all together and not separate, I'd be okay.
Right, yeah. But
it's weird that 3 is by itself.
That's why, like, I think that bothered me the most to actually bring this up, because I don't know, like this. Okay, I want new games to be made, and like if you missed out, I mean, you can buy the console for cheaper somewhere else and just buy it.
People think of that as too much money for a video game. They're not going to go and buy the God of War collection for $20 at GameStop now,
$17.99,
as well as a used PS3 for
$170 something,
$160. That's too much money for a few video games.
Just to play that one game.
Technically 2 for the
whatever
PS3 collection. But when they could just spend $60 on a remastered version for the console they just bought. So I mean, that's part of it. It's better for the consumer to just re-release it. It also brings people into a franchise that didn't get a chance to play it before.
Yeah.
Like Esteban, you said he didn't play God of War.
I don't
so if they were to release a remastered collection, you'd jump on
I'm assuming they're going to release like a PS4 version with God of War 3, maybe?
Yeah. Well, that's what's happening.
If at the time, if at the time I have money, then, I mean, that's one to buy. You know, like, The Last of Us, I played Last of Us on the PS3. I don't need it to be...
And then that was remastered for PS4?
That was weird. I still don't understand why Last of Us was remastered at all.
Yeah, no.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's nice.
It's nicer.
It's locked.
It didn't need it.
It's locked at 60 frames per second. It looks really good. But why?
To me, if the game's not older than 10 years, it doesn't need a remake.
That's not even a time issue for me. Like, Last of Us was like the send-off for the PS3. It's supposed to be like its last good game.
Yeah.
It was, and they just kind of...
I think because it did so well, they're like, it'll sell on PS4 too.
And they're right.
Yeah.
I mean, it works.
They'll sell it with the DLC.
A lot of PS4s with that.
We'll sell it with the DLC and get more money off it. And it works from a business standpoint. But I mean...
Because there's a lot of people who bought the PS4 just because of that.
Yeah, that's true. But, I mean, yeah, I see what you mean. Like, remastering and re-releases are a really big thing right now, and it's weird.
It's for the next... It's happened all last year, and then it's happening again this year.
For me, re-releases, like, I think if they're okay so long as you have another game that's coming out the same year.
Like if the re-release is prepping you for a sequel.
Yeah, so I know it's not going to happen, but say Half-Life has 3 prepared. They'll release 1 and 2 as a re-release to get you, started on the thing, and then they'll throw 3 at you.
Gabe Newell's basically saying they're not doing it now.
Yeah, I know.
Hypothetically
speaking,
I don't have a complete problem with it because there's just like some things that are that I want to be re-released for the next gen system or that I'm okay with.
But there's some things that they needed.
Like Dante's DMC, that being remastered, I don't think that needed to be remastered at all.
That one I think definitely did because there were gameplay issues that people had with that one in particular. First of all, an character action game shouldn't be 30 frames per second. It should be locked at 60. PS2 ones were 60 frames per second.
Really?
Yeah, they were very smooth.
Oh.
And people had issues with the color-coded enemies, where you can only attack blue enemies with blue weapons. So, I mean, that limits your combo variety. Things like that. If you're fixing things in the re-release, that's fine. That's awesome. But, like, don't just re-release it for more money. I mean, what's the point? Don't do that. I mean, obviously money is the point, but I don't know.
And... I mean, there's also some remakes that, like the Mario games, like the old NES games that you can buy on your 3DS.
Yeah,
I love those.
Yeah, it's re-released.
$5, you get the whole game.
It's a convenience thing.
But that's a Nintendo thing, though. I think like it's okay if they. Like, it's gonna sound really biased.
Duck Hunt. Whatever.
Yeah, like it's okay if they do it because their games are really old, like they're like really classic,
cool classics.
like Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time.
Like if you wanted to buy a Nintendo 64 or Super NES, you couldn't.
Yeah.
You just couldn't do it.
And like now you get a better experience in 3D. But I think it's okay if Nintendo does it just because they're way more classic and they kind of started that whole like
remake.
They brought a lot of business to the gaming industry. But for some games that like came out just last generation ago, I don't think it's necessary.
Last of Us came out 2 years ago.
I know, and then they remade it again for PS4, which was kind of an issue.
What about so Gravity Falls is possibly getting a remake, and that was a Vita game. What do you think about that? It's coming to PS4.
I see it more of a not a remake as in like a remastered version.
Did I say Gravity Falls? Gravity Rush.
Yeah. I don't see it more of a remastered. I see it more as a remaking for the console version, which is nice. I like that. Yeah. It's different because not everybody has a PSV. PS Vita. So
I think you can play it on. Oh no, you can't. You can't play it on PS3. Never mind.
So I think it's nice that it's coming to a home console. I don't have a problem with that at all. It was a fun game when I first.
I think they're gonna do that now. They're gonna start milking because maybe they might make a Gravity Rush 2.
I think that's why they're really
that's cool.
And Gravity Rush 2 is probably going to be on the PS4.
I'm down for that.
Like, but I think that's a pattern that I'm seeing now. Like,
re-releasing for the sequels.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying earlier. Like, if it's prepping, a re-release is prepping us for a sequel, I think that's okay.
Maybe I'm biased because I didn't get to play the games back then, but I dig it. I didn't get to play Halo 1 and 2.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The Master Chief Collection,
and they're fucking beautiful. And I got to see it. I got to see it in.
It's not broken anymore.
I like the fact that they give it the opportunity to watch them in old and in new. just by select.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's faster now compared to the 360
and,
version.
Yeah, I'm a little biased to that, but I'm also biased because I like Nintendo.
Yeah, see, like Nintendo has like a very special place in my heart, and of course you guys too. Yeah. But there's a remastered game that I will undeniably like accept if they remastered it.
I mean, you're psyched for Borderlands, aren't you?
Well, no, not
the Handsome Edition.
That comes out this month too. That's also upsets
Tuesday,
me,
doesn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna get it just because it has the new one, the pre-sequel.
You're a huge fan for Borderlands.
I'm not that big of it. I enjoy the game.
You
just
defend
because
it.
My penis is so flaccid for Borderlands. I don't even care.
I like it. It's nice. It's pleasing to the eye.
It's nice to look at, but I mean, I don't care. I don't care about it at all.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
But what I want to see a remastered version, or not remastered, but just thrown on the Xbox One is Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. I think that would bring a bigger audience. Yes, I think that because it's all multiplayer anyway.
Or Gears of War. I think that one would.
Right, so when is a re-release like a bad thing though? Like, because I feel like all these releases we've like mentioned are like really good.
Well, the reason why
you like Wind Waker, that was another reason. It didn't need a release.
Yes, it did. It didn't need it, but it was so good.
But that's Nintendo, and I'm biased with that, so I can't.
The game was, I think, about 4 or 5, almost 6 years old, or 10 at most.
But that was 2 generations ago, which I think is okay.
I don't think it was it though. It looked really fucking nice.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying.
It aged really well.
I think it was fair.
Copy still looks really good.
Exactly, but I think it was just because it was 2 generations ago. It was okay, but it was last one, and we're gonna remake it. Yeah, and the reason why I think it's unfair, like when is it wrong?
Yeah,
is when you get a sequel, when you get like a trilogy, and you just remaster one of them. Like that's kind of dumb.
You know, what'd be even weirder?
What?
If they only redid 2. They just remastered God of War 2.
It's like the in-between of everything.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like 3 has some leeway.
What's going on?
I don't agree. I think it's weird, but like...
It's the before
it makes 4. A little bit of sense.
But 2 would be just like a sucker punch to the nuts.
But yeah, I don't know. Re-releasing 3 just kind of... It leaves me a little uneasy, just because I don't like Kratos.
I don't like PS4 exclusives at all, pretty much.
I don't want them prepping me for a new Kratos story. I don't like Kratos. I'm done with Kratos.
Finished. Yeah,
just give me another... If you want to give me a different God of War, do that.
Honestly, I haven't even... I like the idea of battling with Greek gods. Greek gods.
Definitely play it
and
if you get a chance.
It looks nice, but I think he's overrated to me.
What do you mean? Like overrated?
I guess some people have talked about him, and then now it's just like
because
shit.
Don't get me wrong, he's a very badass character.
Yeah, I get that.
But he's had a franchise that's I think 7 games long now. It's been very milked, and he's done as a character, like the star of all 70 of these games. He's done. Like just let him die.
Yeah. Well, you can say the same thing about Master Chief too.
Yeah.
Like number 5.
And I do.
Okay, well, there's been a lot of games about it, but not all of them have Master Chief.
Yeah.
So it's just like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
And then Reach
didn't have him in it.
ODST.
And ODST didn't have him in it. Halo Wars. I don't know if it did.
Halo Wars
didn't have him in it.
I think
that was a strategy game, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it had Spartans in it, but it didn't have.
It wasn't
Master Chief.
Yeah, it wasn't Master Chief.
Yeah. But I think it's okay. I think it's okay if they finish with this 5.
If they just end the whole Halo series
with 5, everything. Yeah, I'd be satisfied. Because like I think after that, they'd be milking it so much.
Like, knock it at the end of the park right now at the top of its generation of video games.
But yeah.
I like it.
I think I'm getting used to that pattern of re-releases now, that I'm anticipating more games to be remastered.
I mean, Resident Evil...
And I don't think that's a good habit of me.
Yeah, but I mean... I guess for these companies, it boils down to like just keeping your franchise alive and keeping it going. True. You know, Konami's going to be doing that with Metal Gear Solid as soon as Kojima leaves.
Yeah, dude.
Which is soon. I mean, he's stepping down as a Konami exec on April 1st.
Right after, yeah.
But I mean, he's still going to be working on Metal Gear. But after this game, he's done, and Konami's going to keep it going.
But I wonder how they're going to do that, because...
A lot of people think they're going to tank the series. It's going to go to shit without Kojima.
I am scared of that, man.
He's been the sole director of every single game. Yeah. And, he doesn't take shit from anybody. This has been his vision. Like, this game...
So why did he leave? Why did he step down?
Huh?
Do you guys know why he stepped down?
He's just done. This is the story he wanted to tell, and it's done.
He's just done.
He's done what he's wanted.
He's Miyamotoing it.
Yeah.
I know at the... It's also remastered, but of the first one when he goes to Shadow Moses.
Yeah.
And he meets his twin brother. But, yeah, that's it. I don't... No, yeah, that's it. Because the other 8-bit games I never really got into. I think the story kind of ties in with Big Boss and Salt. No,
I never got into those games.
No, but Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when Noah was arguing about like the whole Metal Gear thing. I still keep thinking about that, dude, because it bothers me because I defend Metal Gear with my life.
Oh, when me and him were like, we don't get the story. I still don't, but I respect that it's a series with a vision.
Yeah, no, I respect that as a...
The entire franchise is solely Kojima's vision. Like, it wouldn't be what it is without him directing the helm and having it exactly his way. Mm-hmm. Like, it's a very serious game while also being really absurd and crazy. Like, and that's...
And just like...
It wouldn't be that way if it were being designed by committee. Like, if guys in the EA boardroom were like, make it this way, it wouldn't come out the way it has.
Well, EA can eat my ass.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, you just Battlefield Hardline.
Yeah. I know, but the reason I say this is because they just make games to like
make money.
Yeah, but I'm a big fan of Battlefield.
Yeah.
FIFA
and Dead Space and Mass Effect. Fuck, damn it!
You're EA's bitch. Shut up.
Yeah,
no, I am too. I got the lube ready.
Let's see. What do I got? I got Army of 2.
Oh, I see a whole stack of EA right there.
Yeah, Army of 2, Battlefield 3.
Did you organize them by EA?
Oh my god.
No, I didn't.
It just happened that way?
No, it just happened.
Dead Space.
There's
one at the bottom. What is it?
It's Battlefield.
Yeah.
So, I didn't do that on purpose.
My collection's not on hand, but it probably looks as bad.
I mean, it's hard not to have... Battlefield in its day was...
Actually, mine might not look like that, actually.
What?
I don't think I have that many EA games, actually.
Oh, is Army... No, Star Wars on these now.
I have Dead Space, that's about it.
Damn.
If they were to release Dead Space again, I'd buy it.
Yeah, okay, I'd definitely buy that.
I fucking loved it.
Honestly, if they wanted to remake 3 entirely so that it was less action...
See, but the only reason we're doing that is because they've been...
doing it already. We're so used to the idea of having remakes that we're like, okay with it.
This is a good idea. This is a good idea. So I'm contradicting myself by saying like, why are they doing that? But I want this game out.
This conversation's gone in a weird circle.
Yeah. Dude.
The only reason I'm okay with that is because of Nintendo. If you want to blame anybody, you blame Nintendo.
Yeah, but
because they made it okay. They got us comfortable to the idea that we could get remakes.
Well, when did these remakes start? What game did this first?
The one that made like the most obvious.
I mean, you could say Pokemon remakes, like
Pokemon remakes. What is that? Big impact.
Fire Red
and Leaf Green.
Oh man, yeah.
That
goes way back. 04. The conspiracy goes way back.
It probably goes
way beyond that, probably too.
And then they did like other Pokemon. Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah, it was 04. Fire Red, Leaf Green.
And Soul Silver.
And Soul Silver 2007.
Yeah.
Omega Red.
Oh no! Wait, before that, the release of the GameCube, Legend of Zelda. Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And the first NES games. Obviously, also they had the NES classics for the Game Boy Advance.
Those, though, were not remakes. Those were ports.
True.
Different.
But they were re-released.
They were re-released.
Which is
they weren't like remastered or anything.
They weren't remade or anything like that.
Okay. Well, I guess that makes
sense.
sense.
Well, then none of Nintendo's are remastered.
Well, no. Yeah. I mean, Wind Waker is remastered. Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, totally remastered. Not even. Those are like completely new games. Soul Silver and Heart Gold. Those are completely remade.
Soul Silver. That's when you really notice it.
Omega Red and Alpha Sapphire completely are from scratch.
Sorta.
No, they're what?
From scratch.
They're fucking totally remastered.
Both of the Zelda games, Legend of Zelda, both of those are very remastered. Like compared, like Link in like the Nintendo 64 has like the pointiest fucking nose ever.
That's when they started doing it. They started re-releasing games, and then they were like, "Hey, we should fucking make them better."
Mm.
Yeah.
So if you want anybody, you want to blame anybody, you blame Nintendo.
But see, I think,
but they're like Michael here, who has America's Sweetheart. You can't hate Nintendo.
You can't.
Just
Nintendo is Japan's sweetheart.
Yeah, Japan's sweetheart is Nintendo.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Rock Band 4 is coming out in October.
I don't care.
Really? Okay, so I didn't know that. I know you said it was release date.
I never got to play
coming out in October.
What does it come with though? Is it like
I imagine they'll release different packs. You can buy just the game. They're probably gonna release a guitar too with it. Guitar and drum and mic.
The closest thing that came out to that, like in the past generation, was Rocksmith, where you actually connect a real guitar to it.
Oh, that's right.
It teaches you how to play or something.
I was actually thinking about getting that.
I sold one of those at GameStop.
I sold so many of those.
I sold a couple of those. Yeah.
I sold one.
Those are pretty popular. Oh, I sold a few with like the actual guitar.
Yeah, I sold one of those. I sold one with the guitar. Is what I mean.
Oh, okay. Those are good.
No, I sold the one with the cable and everything.
I almost died getting it out of the back room.
The ladder.
Dude, it was such a mess when we still worked.
Noah had to save my life.
Dude, it's so nice now. Did you see the tape?
What tape?
Man, I don't
the walls.
They
have fucking tape to separate like columns.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, it's like blue tape.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Anyway, I sold a couple of those with the cables. I sold at least like 7 or 8, and we only had like 10, I think, in total.
Yeah.
But to be honest, like that doesn't inspire me to play guitar, even though like I could play it on my 360 or PS3 or whatever.
What I'm wondering is if they're gonna release adapters for like the old guitars.
Probably because they have said that they're gonna make it compatible with the old equipment.
Which would be that'd be nice.
Probably come with the.
Because I know the PS3 had adapters where you can control your PS2 controllers. I had a couple of those. Remember?
Yeah.
Remember those? When
I don't know if they'll have them for PS2 controllers, but
no. But I mean, like, the PS3 had the adapter for it.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that they can do that.
They'll do it. They'll make it as backwards compatible as they can.
Yeah.
Nothing's guaranteed, but they've said they want to. They're going to try.
Imagine they made like a really short fucking cord for it, and you're just like, fuck, like a USB,
like right in front of the TV.
Oh man,
get comfortable. Get close.
You know what's funny though? I just brought up was, did you guys ever play DJ Hero?
No,
I played a demo of it at Best Buy. It was fun.
Yeah, because I remember.
How do you remember that? That was such a long time ago.
It was really fun. It was only like
it's like one of a kind. Like
why did you take your watch?
5 or 6 years ago. I don't know.
12. I'm just kidding.
It was like 5 years ago, right?
Yeah.
What, 2009?
Yeah, that sounds right.
No, 2010.
I remember I was in high school. Yeah.
It was like junior year.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Because I wasn't at Sweetwater. I was in Santa Maria, so it had to be junior year.
And they've only made 2 of those games.
What the fuck?
They made 2?
I
thought they made 1.
DJ Hero 1 and 2. Like, I remember there's a second one.
Oh, man.
After that, they kind of just flopped.
I had fun with it.
I couldn't get into it because I'm like, how the fuck do you do that? Like, I don't want to.
And how do you hold your headphones?
Nah, I think Noel got pretty good into it. Like, I remember I first went to his house, our second time. Like, he was like, oh yeah, I have DJ Hero. And he was so fucking into it. He was like trying to practice to get back into it. I'm like,
love you, Noel.
Like, man, I don't know.
Oh no,
I can't get into that. But just the fact that Rock Band is coming back.
It's fun.
Just the fact that like I can feel like I'm playing an actual guitar, just pressing colored buttons. I feel like a badass.
Future sounds fun.
Yeah. Oh man.
Speaking of the future, or rather, a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, Star Wars Battlefront's being shown.
Oh
next
yes!
month.
Oh god! Okay, I was scared. Yes.
What do you think was happening?
I was like, what? I was
New
like,
Star Wars?
Like another movie? I was like, okay.
A third one?
But yeah, I like how they're calling it just Star Wars Battlefront.
Not 3.
Not 3. Not 2.5. I don't know, but they're just naming it Battlefront.
You think it's like a reboot?
It's kind of a reboot, which is fine.
I'm excited.
There's no reason it need to be numbered.
Yeah, because then that means that they can have more.
Yeah.
New story, new everything, brand new.
I'm hoping that EA is letting DICE just do their thing, and not shoving their big corporate dick into it.
DICE is really good with maps, with big maps.
Yeah,
because I've seen a lot of that in Battlefield.
Mm-hmm. I just want a really high def, regular, like just bring the Battlefront again, but make it high def,
remaster
it, and give me the destruction from Battlefield.
Yes.
Let me blow shit up.
Dude,
as a
I want a fucking snowstorm in Hoth.
Those ATTs.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, seeing those fall and then like they're still there, like they don't just disintegrate, they just stay there. And
yeah, use them as cover once they fall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or you can actually go in them and destroy shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like grapple hook up into them and then like.
That'd be fucking down.
No.
You know, speaking of, the only thing I want from Grand Theft Auto is a fucking grapple hook. I think we're.
I don't know if we're ever gonna get a grapple hook.
That's actually in Hardline.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
is it?
It's an equipment where like if you want to go on top of a roof, you can use it and you just.
Oh, that's fucking dope.
So I don't see why they wouldn't put that in Battlefront.
That's dope.
I know.
By the time it comes out, it should be.
Dude.
Yeah.
We're never gonna get Grand Theft Auto though.
No.
It's never happening.
No, not yet.
We might be able to like.
Grand Theft Auto 6, yeah.
It's Grand Theft Auto 6, if whenever that happens.
Hopefully, Heist come out by then.
Well,
that joke's no longer alive.
No, that joke can rest in peace now.
But yeah, I'm really excited for it because there's also the mode where you can flip from like third person to first person. I hope they keep that, where it's not just fully third person or fully first person. You can like Battlefront.
Battlefront, I mean. Yeah.
That I want to see.
But because of the fucking sandstorm, I really want to see that implemented into the Star Wars. Star Wars' planets have a crazy fucking climate, and a lot of them.
You got Tatooine. You got even the Forest Moon of Endor.
God, I'm not ready.
No, your body's going to be ready.
Oh man. It's because I'm a big fan of DICE and their maps. Because ever since Battlefield 3, like I've noticed like how well they are with it, and So
they have so much opportunity to work with.
I mean, they kind of already have an idea of like past Battlefront maps, or like in Tatooine, and I forgot. I think it's Mosley.
Mos Eisley Cantina.
Yeah, I can't pronounce that.
Yeah.
Something Cantina. Yeah, Mosley.
Cantina.
Yeah, I remember playing Battlefront 2.
I want to be able to kill the band.
Yeah.
Oh.
Play that song again.
One more time.
In Battlefront 2, I remember playing the shit out of that. Where there's like a special mode where you can play as like special characters like Darth Vader. Luke Skywalker.
You can play as heroes and villains. And stuff.
It was so fucking cool, and like you could just. Oh my god.
How did that work? I was never sure on how that worked. Did you have to get like most kills on the map or something, or?
I mean,
was it a timer?
Yeah, there was a timer. It's basically like a big team deathmatch with like characters just fighting each other.
But like, when did Vader and Luke come out?
And you could choose them. Like there's a roster. There's a huge roster, and like you could just choose whoever you want at a time. And if you die, you respawn back as that character, and you can go back to the port and change them for your next death or whatever.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
They should release it kind of like in Left 4 Dead, where one of the players turns into a tank. That'd be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Or like for like a minute, you get Darth Vader and you have to kill people to keep playing as a tank or as a Darth Vader.
Actually, they did do that.
They did that.
They did like the regular story mode. Yeah. Like if you played, like I think it was called. I forgot what it was called, but if you played the campaign of Battlefront 2, you could play as special characters. So let's say you play as Darth Vader. Like you have a certain time limit. Like there's a bar that's slowly going down. You get to kill a lot of people, but as more as you go. It just goes slower, but it doesn't progress. It just keeps going down.
Okay. So the more you kill, the slower it goes. Okay.
No. It just. I think it has like a certain time limit.
Oh, it's always gonna be a certain time.
So it's like a 30-second or a minute thing.
But I think it's fair because.
Yeah, because then you get a lot of kills.
Yeah, I think it's too much. But that's just story though. But for multiplayer, I want to see like huge maps, like really like 66, maybe even more, like players and fucking clones and rebels. God, man,
it's gonna be sick.
Especially on next gen. See, that's a next gen game right there.
Yeah,
that deserves.
That'll be truly the test of power for the systems.
This is going to be worth the wait, I hope. Because I mean, we've been asking for Battlefront 3 for a while now. Wow.
Something similar to that. Oh, actually, it's not similar, but something that will. I think will like test the limits. Sort of is what's the name? It's coming out. It's by. It's a third-person shooter and it's open world. No. I was like, that's a good game, but no. Shit, it's one of those games that
third-person open world.
Tom Clancy game. Division, the Division.
Oh, the Division.
Oh, that looks fucking good.
Yes. But I'm scared it's gonna flop. Like as good as it looks, I think it might flop.
Might as well Watch Dogs.
Yeah, it could be a Watch Dogs. I'm scared of that.
It might be Watch Dogs 2.0.
It might be Watch Dogs, but like good.
Where it
works.
What Watch Dogs should have been.
Like I wonder how playing with other people's gonna work. I don't know.
I don't know much about it. I haven't been following it. Just from what I've seen though, it looks really awesome.
It looks good.
Yeah, so when I was still working at GameStop, I'd have so many people fucking asking me when that game was gonna come out.
Yeah, dude. E3 of that year, like when they finished, like people would come to the store and say like,
"Can I pre-order it now?"
Yeah, and I'm like, "No."
Nah.
And then you get people who are like, "Oh yeah, I've been playing it since like fucking this and this and I'm like, "Okay, good, but you can't pre-order it, man." I'm sorry.
I don't know. What was it? There was
I was not that cold-hearted, but I'd be like,
fortunately,
I remember there was this date. It was when the Order 1886 was announced, and there was these guys that came in asking for it, and it was like the exact same day, like on that set on the GameStop thing, but it was the wrong year and it was just the wrong year. I think it was the right month, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're here to pick it up." I'm like, "Pick what up?" And they're like, "The Order." I'm like, it's not out yet. And then I checked the date and I was like, fuck, it's today? I'm like,
oh,
and I looked at the year and I'm like, oh, next year. And they're like, fuck, they were so disappointed. And I'm like,
yeah, shit.
And because I'm like, I would have fucking known. I would have put them up there, like
not
on display.
That much because that game was not that good.
Well, actually,
but I mean, like, okay, imagine
you get hyped for a game and then you're stupid and didn't check the time.
Actually, I think it's a good game.
It has potential.
I think it flows very well, but it's not the game that we wanted it to be. Just you have to play it and accept it the way it is, and then you can because it's you should get it.
Is
your stepdad?
Yes, my stepdad. Yeah.
Does he have it?
No, he has PS4, but like we don't have it yet.
Oh, I thought he had it. You should play it though.
No, but it is a nice game. It flows nice. It looks really fucking nice.
I think it's one of the most beautiful games.
I haven't heard much about it. I've heard it looks good,
but then again,
so-so.
The PS4 doesn't really have much going right now.
I've heard mixed reviews.
Like,
I'd say I think a 7 sounds good. For
it's
the
not
only,
it's
the
not
only
the game
people
changer.
who I've heard give like an in-depth review are the Super Best Friends from YouTube. So I mean, no.
I think from my perspective, from what I've seen of the game, a 7.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping Bloodborne is good. That comes out Tuesday.
Yeah, it does.
I have that one pre-ordered. I've never played Dark Souls, but like
that's why it's also a concern that I have about that game though. Is like it looks badass, but it's not for everybody.
No, because I mean I played like a level of Dark Souls and like shit's hard.
It's really
I couldn't
hard.
get past the first level.
I spent the whole time running. He left it here one time for like a day.
I didn't even. No, I didn't. I did leave it here.
I couldn't get past that first boss.
I fucking.
I couldn't either.
Keep in mind, I only played it for like a half hour before I had to meet somebody.
I called him and I was like, "Yeah, I haven't stopped running since I started playing the game."
That's also going to be remastered for.
Is it?
Which
yeah,
one?
number 2.
Yeah,
Dark Souls 2. Yeah.
Really?
And that comes out either this month or next month.
That one doesn't
neat.
And that does not need it, but whatever.
But neat.
They're doing
That's
it.
cool.
I mean,
also, I mean, Dark Souls. I mean, that the idea of it's cool. Like a really hard, like skill-based game is really cool. But just the world never pulled me in. Like it's just a medieval fantasy world that I got from Skyrim and Lord of the Rings and everything else. I mean, it's been done for me. Mm-hmm. But Bloodborne looks fucking dope. It's Victorian Gothic like monsters. Like that's fucking cool.
I think because they made it. They made the trailer look so badass and gothic, like you said.
Yeah.
That it just lures you in a little bit. Like, ooh, I kind of want to know what this looks like.
Even though I know I'm gonna die a lot, I'm gonna fucking
gives you like a half
hate this game.
I thought it was gonna be.
I've got a chub going for this game because this is not an aesthetic I've played ever.
I thought it was gonna be more like of a Resident Evil feel, where it was gonna be like that mixed with like Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
But it ended up being like Dark Souls.
Yeah, so I guess like Devil May Cry meets Dark Souls.
No, it's just
kind of what it looks like.
It's just Dark Souls meets
Victorian Gothic.
They high five,
basically.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, what's up, man?
Let's have a kid.
They passed in the hallway.
Yeah.
They have a hand hug.
But yeah, it comes out on Tuesday, and I'm hyped for it. What else comes on Tuesday? I feel there's another thing.
There's not a lot of good games coming out soon, except Mortal Kombat, Bloodborne.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there is. I just
Borderlands
can't fucking
remake.
remember. I know
Borderlands comes out on Tuesday.
Borderlands,
right?
Yeah.
Conker's
DLC.
Conquer DLC. Yeah, we can talk
Something
about
we
that.
can touch on. Project Sparks getting Conker's as a DLC.
I was kind of happy to see his face again.
I mean, yeah, but
I
want him to have his own game.
Yeah.
I don't want him to make a new game. Like I was telling Esteban, like fuck up.
Do you want him to re-release it?
Yes, just because that game was just so pathetically great.
This has been a weird thing about re-releases, but yeah, I do want a re-release of Conker's Bad Fur Day.
I told Steven, I'm like, I don't even care if it's remastered. I just want
to throw it in the Xbox Live store.
Conker.
Just give me a fucking digital store. I
miss
want
you.
it.
The story, man. Like I had no idea.
He's an asshole. I love
the
it.
Characters,
like
the characters were so lovable and
also just total dicks.
Yeah, that's true.
But the story.
But yeah, they're lovable.
You were lovable. They're like something you would see on a cartoon that would be talking shit.
The whole story is fucking pointless.
Yeah.
And like the introduction to the game is just you like sitting on a throne super pissed off. The whole point is for like the Panther King to find a fucking like another piece of leg for his chair.
Yeah.
And this smart scientist guy's like, oh, Conker's the right size. We need him to be that stool.
Yeah.
And he goes through all this fucking crazy shit just to kill him and just be king when he doesn't want to be king. He just wants to fuck his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I mean, actually having multiplayer.
He starts the game hungover.
Yes.
As multiplayer.
Oh my god.
Actually being able to play with other people online.
That's one of my favorite games on the 64.
People.
Yeah. Oh my god. And then the blood in that game was.
You fight a giant poo.
I remember playing on the N64 at my old friend's house, and like we played on teams together. We'd either play as the squirrel or the bears. And like the bears, when they die or you get a headshot, like they're like stuffing. There's like cotton.
Yeah,
like
stuffing because they're teddy bears.
And then the squirrels are just blood, the same effect but with blood. Just, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I fucking love that.
Blood mist.
And then they also had like there's ties in where like they have the Matrix in there too.
Yeah.
That was so fucking cool. Just how they walked in, everything was basically the same.
He fights an alien too.
Yeah. And he was the same fucking.
Yeah, that game is nuts. We need a re-release.
Yes, or just bring it up.
But I think that's it for today.
Yeah, dude.
We
didn't really talk about the DLC. We don't really care for it.
Yeah, fuck Project Spark. I want Conker back.
Yeah, just bring back Conker. Come on, Xbox, do something right.